Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to TSF Team Champs at the Fort 2026. My name is Daniel Featherson, aka Chunky Boy Prime from Strength Collective. Right next to me is my co-host, Charles Sanders, the big Chuck D, the big Chuck Steak, the Chucky D, who's competing tomorrow. He's from SYS Performance. How you doing there, Sanders?
I'm good, man. How you doing today?
Yeah, pretty good, man. I'm super bloody excited for this. This is, I think it's coming up my 5th Team Champs, being involved in it some way, shape or form. My first one was in 2022, I believe. I was coaching the Melbourne Uni team in our first Team Champs competition. I've coached the Strength Collective teams for the past 3 to 4 years. So I'm loving Team Champs, man. This is my favorite time of the year, to be honest. First up, we have India Stewart with a 122.5 kilo squat. She's coming from Stoic Sisters. I got very confused when I was looking at the teams because I thought that they repeated Stoic Systems, but it's actually Stoic Sisters.
Yeah, good play on words there. She's actually only opening 10 kilos under her comp best as well, so looks like she might be on for a good day. Yeah, with the speed of that, she's on for squats for sure.
Yeah. Now, something I brought up with you before, Charles. Now, we have a raised platform here, which is super sick. We can have a bit of the sponsors, as you see, Cemetery Physiotherapy, which is one of the sponsors today for Team Champs. One of the, I don't know if you would say issue, problem, it's definitely an advantage for the refs. The refs are going to be able to easily see people's depth. So we're going to have a lot of lifters today, making sure that they are squatting to depth. We saw a couple people, there was probably one bomb out, but there was a couple of people that were missing their lifts, easy lifts that they've done in training before, but because of this new raised platform, they can easily see the depth. So we're going to see a few people today hopefully get their depth, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Lena Tran coming out with 122.5 for her first squat. Resilience Performance, under 63 females. Good walkout from Lena. Seeing how the squat performs. Bit sticky, but got it out there. Now you're going to see a few lifters. They might come out with an attempt that might look heavier than you believe that it is. It should be. You never know how their lifts move, man. Like sometimes just people they grind it all the time. Like their first attempts are always going to be a grind. So we won't really anticipate that was obviously heavier than it should have been. We'll have to wait and see for the seconds.
Yep. Alicia, this is actually her first comp, so getting to have your first competition at Team Champs is an awesome experience.
It's a very awesome experience, honestly. I think that after this, she's definitely going to be doing more competitions, but she's going to be chasing that high, which she's never going to achieve after doing this competition, for sure. Right. Coming from Average Joe's in the under 69 women's raw lifting.
Coached by Brad Scott, who'll be competing today as well.
In the under 93s, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Under 93s looking stacked. Honestly, I was speaking to George Alex, who's competing in the 74s tomorrow, and we're having a good chat about the 93s, and honestly, they are the turning point on where people are going to be placing teams overall.
There's a couple key placings there that we'll have to see how they play out.
127.5 for a first squat. Looking good, smooth.
Pretty smooth.
Obviously a tall lifter, so you're going to have quite a bit of range of motion there. There's never going to be just straight up and down. There's obviously going to be a bit of wonkiness coming out of it. You and I, we feel the same.
Similar, yeah,
we've got our long
position
limbs,
there.
man, so we will have a bit of wonkiness coming out of the first squat. But was that...
3 white lights?
Yeah, 3 white lights. Now, Dusa coming from Groove Lifting, under 63s. She is a contender to place first, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
so under 63s. 132.5 squat. Now you're going to see quite a bit of commotion coming from her with her coach. They are a bit of high-level lifters right there.
Very high lifters.
Yeah.
Easy
Clean
opener from
lift from Deuce. So we'll see how the white lights go there. Okay, 3 white lights is beautiful there. Nice. Definitely been pumping it up for how quickly that moved. Coming up next, Rebecca Nguyen, 132.5 kilos in the under 69 category. Defy Coaching, coached by
Jess Lou,
who just competed
in the previous
before.
session. Had a really good day.
110 kilo bench press at
115 kilo bench press.
110 was the opener, yeah.
110 was the opener,
which I did
correct.
see that first opener. A bit sticky. She got 2 reds, and she was smart enough to go again. Let's see how Rebecca's 132.5 goes. Good lift by Rebecca. See how the white lights go there. 3 white lights. Beautiful work.
And coming up, we have Caitlin from the Strength Syndicate. Again, only opening 7.5 underneath her best, so a lot of the girls here today are opening quite a bit, quite heavy compared to their best ever. So it looks like they could be on for a really good day.
Usually shows that training's been looking very good for them, where things are obviously moving up. A lot of the people shifting the baseline of their strength. Pretty strong from Caitlin, bit sticky, but moved out of there pretty well, the lockout. Again, you see a lot of lifters with those longer limbs out of the hole. It does look quite hard, even that sticking point halfway through. But as soon as you see that lockout, if the lockout is nice and smooth, you're looking at a good lift right there. Carly up next to fly coaching under 69s.
Again, coached by Jess Liu. And previously, she used to compete in APL, but she's just made the switch over to APA over the last 2 competitions now. Opening at 140 kilos.
140, 12.5 kilos off her best. Very deep from Carly. That is a very good lift right there. Very smart choice for a first attempt. Couldn't deny 3 white lights there. Perfect lift. Now we've got Adapted Strength Coaching's Bernadette in the under 69s. Got a few under 69s here in this session. So we'll see when we have a few people in the same session that's in the same weight class, especially with team champs. It's good to see how the layout is, and obviously people that are on the 69s tomorrow, they get a good indication of where they should be placing or what they should be totaling the very next day. Oh, very good, very smooth.
And next up, we've got Bernie from the home gym here, the Strength Fortress. Strong walkout. Oh, yeah. Super easy opener there.
Very deep there. Now, I'm curious whether or not that the Strength Fortress guys have a bit of a home advantage here. I don't know whether or not they had practice on this platform, because I know for a fact that this platform would have thrown me off. It's a very cool thing, but obviously it's not something that I regularly train on, so it can be a bit of an awkward thing for some people to come out here, especially into 3rd attempts, on how this platform's going to go. But very cool platform that Team TSF have put together here. Now back to Lena Tran at 127.5 with a successful 122.5 kilo lift. Good walkout from Lena. Oh, very smooth, almost way better than her first one. That was fantastic right there. 3 white lights for Lena. India Stewart up next, 132.5 kilos.
And this is actually matching India's best here on her 2nd attempt. Her first moved really well, so we're interested to see how this moves.
Stoic Sisters currently placed 8th on the Team Champs leaderboard. Obviously got a few lifters right now. That's going to put the points on the board. Very deep. Oh, very good.
Super easy.
Definitely gone past the PB today.
What do you think there? I think she might be loading up 140. It's a nice milestone number to hit. So
Could be. Like, obviously, a lot of the times, those milestone hits can be quite a bit of a mental barrier. So unless she squatted more than 140 in training, probably even 137.5, unless we were pretty confident in that 140, but we'll see how she goes there.
And we've got Alicia back up again. 132.5 on the bar.
Very good squat from Alicia there. 132.5. Average Joe's. 3 white lights right there. Rebecca Nguyen up with 140 kilo squat. Now 140 kilos is nothing to sneeze about, people. This is going to be a very, very big lift for Rebecca. Rebecca Nguyen coming up for a squat 2 for 140 kilos. Very impressive lift right here. Ref's just making sure everything's nice and kosher there. Oh, very clean lift there.
Smooth second attempt.
Good squat form right there.
And 3 white lights.
3 white lights, 140, clean. 7.5 kilo jumps from her first lift. We'll see what she moves on to. Usually you see like maybe a 5 kilo jump, 7.5 kilo jump there. I'd definitely be going for that high end from how it moved.
And next up we've got Constance.
Dusak coming out 142, just chipping Rebecca, which is in the 63s.
Just getting a bit more fired up for a second attempt.
Yeah.
Here.
Definitely be whipping out the smelling salt soon. Yeah, clean walkout for Dusa. We'll see how this goes. Oh, clean.
Nice.
That's good lifts.
Clean lifting from
10
Dusa
kilo jump from her last attempt.
150 is her best, so she may be looking to match that or potentially
Yeah.
chip it again with another 10 kilo jump.
Could be a 10 kilo jump, but you wouldn't really be faulting her for matching a PB.
And Deuce has quite a big deadlift compared to the rest of the girls in her class, so she might just be trying to set up her subtotal so that she can pull for the win at the end of it.
It'd be a smarter attempt if she does that. Unless she gets to 152, we'll never know. Caitlin, 145 for her second attempt.
This is matching her all-time best.
All-time best, let's go. For a second attempt too, that's impressive.
Smooth, a little bit sticky through the middle there. But it does look like she has more in the tank.
Probably going for a 150 after this. One red.
And 1 red, I believe, for depth.
Yeah.
I do think she does have 150 in the tank there.
A lot of the time you'll see a few lifters maybe getting red on one side, one hip placing high on the other with a little bit of an imbalance. Again, if you get the 2 whites, it's no issue at all, so you probably wouldn't change absolutely anything on that. Carly coming out with a 147.5 kilo squat on her second attempt. Getting coached by Jess under Defy Coaching. Oh, good squat for Carly.
Smooth second attempt from Carly
very
there.
Smooth. Slow, but you never fault a slow lift. As long as it's clean, as long as there's no sticking point, you couldn't fault that slow lift right there. That was very, very good.
That was only 5 kilos under her best, so it looks like she will be able to match it or potentially even chip it on the third here.
Yeah. Bernadette from Adaptive Strength Coaching. 147.5 kilos. Good lift right now. Nice. Very close grip, very upright lift. Three white lights right there.
Beautiful squatting.
Girls are going good with the white lights right here. It means that they're showing a very, very clear depth on their squat. No downward motion, no nothing like that. Obviously, we'll see how the thirds come about. Things are getting heavier. People trying to chip some PBs, chip other people. Bernie Yap coming out for 152.5 on her second squat. Home advantage with Strength Fortress here. Now we actually have a majority of the lifters from the 69s competing right now.
I believe it's only 1 or 2 that's competing tomorrow.
One Abby Drummond, who's competing tomorrow, who is favourite to win. She is honestly considered pound for pound one of the best pounders in Australia right now.
Not considered, she is.
She is.
Push, shaky there.
Quite sticky, but got it through.
We'll see if that passes. Potential downward motion on that one.
White lights, there we go,
lights.
nice. How much she has in the tank, we're not really sure. But even then, she got white lights for that lift, so...
You'd think with that situation, you just load another 2.5 to play it safe.
Probably be smarter. And even if she does miss it, she didn't really miss out on any kilos at all.
Correct.
Lena Tran, 132.5, resilience performance. Late swapping due to injury in the team. Swapped out for 47 kilo Natasha. So right now, that was the only 247 kilos, actually. Right now, there's only 147 kilo. In for a late change. Good performance today, especially on squats. Pushing through hard. Nice work.
Smooth lift there. Really good third attempt. Great attempt selection from the coach there.
Three white lights. That was perfect right there.
All right, and next up we've got India Stewart. She is going 5 kilos above her second attempt, so this will be a 5 kilo all-time best on the platform.
5 kilos. India competing for Stoic Sisters.
Yeah, smart call from the two coaches. Actually creating 2 teams, Stoic Systems and Stoic Sisters. They are actually filling out the challenges bracket a little bit more by doing so.
Yeah. Hey, if you've got the roster to do so, you may as well do it.
Definitely should.
Oh, very deep. Good push.
Super
nice
smooth.
Work.
Sticky through the middle, but nice and consistent.
And you see it a lot with the longer limb lifters. They've got a larger range of motion. Their sticking point usually comes from the middle or even the bottom. But couldn't fault that lift. Alicia, 140 kilo squat.
Again, this is her first competition. Taking 140 as your third squat at your first ever competition is unreal.
Bit shaky on the walkout, but that doesn't mean it's a heavy lift. And in this case, it did not mean that it was a heavy lift at all. One red light.
Yeah, that was good. I was a little bit concerned about depth there, but just only...
No issue at all with the
you only need 2 white lights to get through?
Sure. Rebecca Nguyen coming out, squat 3, 147.5 kilos. 4 comp response now.
This will be 7.5 kilos. Yeah.
It's a big, big PB here if she gets this. Coming in from Defy Coaching, Jess Liu, head coach here. Big lift for Rebecca right here. Oh, good walk out here. Pushing it hard. Oh, well done. Good squat by Rebecca. We'll see how that the judges say. 3 white lights.
Successful
perfect.
7.5 kilo PR.
Quite a few white lights here from this session.
I don't think we've had any missed lifts yet, have we?
No missed lifts.
I don't want to jinx it, but...
No, well, you probably have, Charles.
And next up we have Caitlin. Again, this is a 5 kilo PR for Caitlin if she hits it. C2's getting fired up in the background there.
Just getting ready. $150 kilos is a great lift. And pushing hard, push, push, push.
That's it, stick with it.
Nice work. See what the refs say on this one, but that was a very good lift in general. 150 kilos. Oh, 2 red lights.
I was a bit concerned about depth there.
Again, with this platform, it's much easier for the refs to see depth. So we're going to have a lot of guys making sure that they need to make it much more convincing than they probably are in training. Still a good lift, still equal to PB there. Deuce coming out with 150 kilos as well in the 63 kilo class, getting G'd up.
So opting to just match her best on the platform.
Which probably is a smart thing. She can push it on bench and on deadlifts.
Yeah, and her bench press has actually been looking really good. I believe I saw her triple 80 or 82.5, which is 5 kilos over her best.
That's very good.
Strong walkout from Deuce.
Keeping her composure. And pushing it. Yes.
Yeah, stick with it. Nice.
Nice work.
Cheeky smile at the top there.
But you're allowed to be sticky on that third attempt. Yes,
beautiful.
2 white lights for Deucer.
Lovely work.
That definitely puts Deuce up there in the 63s right now. Next up, we have Bernadette in 69s, 152.5 kilos. Now again, in the challenges bracket, we have basically all of the 69 females competing against each other. So it's going to be interesting to see the pressure that they have to handle, where they can actually see people live either miss or make lifts, pushing them up in the placements. Nice walkout from Bernadette. Push it.
Big push, that's it.
Oh, good lift there. Not
beautiful attempt selection from Jacob.
Jacob, head coach of Adapted Strength Coaching. Oh, 2 red lights.
That's unfortunate.
All thanks to Charles for jinxing this. We're having perfect squat attempt
That is my bad, I apologize.
Perfect squats. He just had to point out that we had too many perfect squats today. Now up Carly, 155 kilos for a third squat, Defy Coaching.
And she's opting to chip her best by 2.5 here.
Yeah. Which is still a big PB. Don't have to push a PB by much. Doesn't have to be 5 to 10 kilos.
She is nominated first in the 69s, I believe, so she just needs to make sure she stays ahead of the pack and doesn't make any mistakes.
Shaky walkout.
Called in for a re-rack.
Probably on the knees. You need to make sure that before you get the squat command, your knees need to be locked out. If your knees are not locked out enough, the rest will tell you to rack it back in. Still has 15 seconds on the clock. Still has 15 seconds, plenty of time. She just needs to make sure that she locks her knees out enough. Last 5 seconds, again, plenty of time.
3 seconds to spare.
And Pushes it. Oh, well done.
Great recovery.
Keeping her composure. Three white lights.
That
is very good from Carly. Now, I've done that before where I've gone out, I've been called back in, and it can really throw you off a lot. But as long as you can keep that composure, as long as you take a deep breath, as long as you pretend that you've got, 3 hours to do a lift, you'll be able to get that under there. Bernie Yap coming out with 157.5 kilos.
Again, 7.5 kilo PR for Bernie.
7.5 is massive. Now, she was a little sticky in that last one, but you never know how she lifts.
She did also compete only 10 weeks ago at Apex.
Well, plenty of time for at least 2 blocks. She's got a pretty high bar position.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Yeah. You see a lot of the small lifters, they opt out for a little bit of a high bar position. Pushing through hard.
Ooh, I do...
Bought a little early.
I do wonder if that was taken a little bit early. The coaches may talk to the refs about that, but it doesn't look like that.
That's all right. They probably didn't think that she really had it a lot in her. They just wanted to see whether or not that 157 would move.
Her second attempt was quite difficult from memory as well, so...
Alex Nguyen coming up for his first squad, 180 kilos, Summit Systems. This is Tony Nguyen's team, I believe. Tony had a couple lifters in the first session.
Tony was all playing games with the rest of us 93s as well for a while there.
Yeah, because this is, he's your up right now, Alex Nguyen, isn't he? Because you'll be competing tomorrow in the 93 class in the Premier Bracket. So don't fault Charles if he starts cheering
if I cheer if anyone misses.
Good clean lift.
Smooth opener.
Can't give a red light there. 3 white lights, easy. Moving on to Jack Scott coming from Hustler Gym. Currently coached by Cam Brown. Cam Brown looking slim, isn't he? He's lost. He's looking shredded. Yeah.
I haven't seen much powerlifting from him recently.
Yeah. 182.5 kilos in the 105 kilo class. Getting called back in, potentially for knees. Still got half a minute left, still got plenty of time. Again, keeping the composure. First attempts, they should be guaranteed, should be able to triple these weights for sure. So he should be able to keep his composure in this first one. Got the squat command, locked out his knees, pushing through, easy. So keeping the composure, and still treat it like a first.
Great composure from Jack as well, as this is his first official competition.
First official competition, yeah. You'll see maybe a few people who do in their first comps, they might make some mistakes, technical mistakes. Obviously, if they're given good attempts that they can definitely do, even under those mistakes, whether it's not locking out your knees or jumping the commands or something like that, you should still be able to track well for a good comp. Next on, Alex O'Connor in the 93 kilo class, 195 for his first attempt.
Smooth opener from Alex.
Yeah, nice work. Dark Horse Powerlifting, coached by Chris Yip.
That was actually 2 reds for depth, I believe. So we'll see if they opt to repeat that. It was quite easy, so they may go up. Depends on if they're trying to push for placings or not.
But again, Dark Horse had a few changes. They had some 57s change. One of their 57 females moved to the 52 class. Whether that was strategic, accidental, not really sure, but they will be faulted with a 2-point penalty. But they did make another change, so they have a 4-point penalty. Yeah,
correct.
James Cooper, 195 kilos, same attempt as previous Alex O'Connor, 105 kilo class.
Yeah, competing for the Nexus Performance team and being handled by head coach Ari.
Nexus, this is their first team putting in, because they only came up last year, sometime last year, so this is their first team champs. They've got some strong powerlifters there, so it'll be interesting to see how they track with this comp. That was very deep from James.
Nice. And I've been training with James quite a bit recently, and it looks like his prep has been going really well. 3 white lights.
Up next, Callum Beaton, Didier coaching in the under 60 in the 93s. Coming out with the 200 kilo squat, first 200 of the session. And for our opener too. I see a lot of guys that when they're squatting around 200 kilos, it could either mean that they're making 5, 10, 15, 20 kilo jumps. So we'll have to wait and see what he can pull out today.
Callum's training has been looking really strong as well. His bench press, I've seen him rep 150, which is actually over his comp best.
It's blown up a lot, and I think it's because he did actually increase his weight, body weight, I'm pretty sure.
He has moved up from the 83s. I believe his last comp was the Southern Showdown, and competed at 83s. Easy opener from Callum.
Yeah, you competed at Southern Showdown as well, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Next up, John from Stoic Systems.
Not Stoic Systems.
Yeah, you don't want to get mixed up between those two.
Opening it up at 205.
Had a new few 93s come out, so I think that Charles is able to scope a bit of his competition out right now.
It makes my job a lot easier. There's 10 of us in total, so a packed weight class.
Jeez. Not as packed as the 57 females. I think they had about 14, maybe one dropped out, so I think 13. But still, 10 is pretty stacked, man. 205 kilos for his first attempt. Just 5 kilos above Callum.
Smooth opener.
Nice work. That's what you want to see from the first attempt.
2 white laps.
Missing one, potentially on depth. Again, usually you might see a few people that might have one hip higher than the other, just a bit of an imbalance. Nothing really to worry about in competition, because that's something you should really be fixing in training afterwards when it does pop up. Tyson Lamb coming out with 210 kilos. Adaptive strength coaching. Strained SC joint last block before prep.
This was for his last prep.
Yeah. Only started comp grip last Saturday. Jeez. All right. So there he goes. And he's opened up with 210, and he squatted 250 kilos before, so
super smooth opener.
Probably going to make this big jump. He shook his head, probably a little bit off in the midfoot, something like that. You see those lifters where they're just...
Called for depth, actually. 2 red lights, both on the side referees.
You see those lifters when it's not perfect, you'll see them shake their head, you'll see them thinking, oh no, this is terrible, but as long as they can keep their composure throughout those lifts, going to increase it to 225 kilos next. But up next is Brad Scott, who he's got a team of the average Joes. He's coaching and competing. But right now you've got here's James George, isn't it? That's his...
James George is handling.
Yeah.
I believe he would be the co-coach for the average Joes today.
Oh, very deep for Brad. Little sticky up top, but again, you see those tall lifters, they will be able to push through that midpoint, but it will still look a bit sticky, but that's 3 white lights for Brad. Refs have no doubt that was depth there.
Next up, we have Haynes Crosley opening at 220 kilos in the
105 kilos, yeah. Now you're going to start seeing some big lifts coming up with the big boys here. With the biggest opener at 240 kilos. So we've still got big jumps coming up. 220 kilos opener. Again, we can see some big jumps here. Whether or not we see a 20 kilo jump, not really sure, because I don't really know where these guys are going to be placing here. Ten comps for Haynes. Jeez. Oh, very deep. Oh, very good. You're probably going to see a really big jump from him there. Because he squatted 260 before. Last year was his first comp.
Sorry, that was Michael we were talking about there. Who
last 2 comps have been TSF open.
Who's ending the flight for squats today.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Next up, Alex Straight, 227.5 kilos. 105's under adaptive strength coaching with Jacob. Big opener here. He has squatted 260 before. So
I believe that was at a higher body weight.
Higher body weight, 120s, I believe. So he's definitely cut it out for this, potentially with a bit of a gut cut or water cut, which does affect performance in the long run. Some people react really well to it, some people react really poorly, but we'll have to wait and see how he pulls this out. Because it also depends on what his training weight was. Whether or not he got back to that pretty quickly after the weight cut will really, really show.
Well, that was an easy opener from Streety there today, sticking his tongue out on the way up.
Yeah, nice work. 3 white lights there for Alex. Nice work. See if he matches his PB, because you usually see a lot of the guys, when they do weight cuts, when they do cut down a body weight, they will potentially match their PBs, which is still a big achievement in itself. Coming up, Sam, Stoic Systems in the 105s, opening up 240 kilos here.
And that is a big opener.
Big opener. We've got two 240s openers in the 105, so they'll be going head to head. And he's opening bigger than his opening his deadlift, 232.5 kilo deadlift, so he's definitely a squat specialist here. Yeah, very good lift.
Thing. So I think you could probably expect a reasonably sized jump to his second attempt.
Coming up, Micah. Did's coaching.
This is his second time at Team Champs. Last year was his first competition at Team Champs. That would have been underneath Melbourne Strength Culture.
240 kilos. Yeah, good walkout. Pushing through hard. Clean lift.
Very
see how
easy
the depth goes.
Depth and potentially jump the rack command,
Yeah, 2 red lights. Whether or not they go up, they'll have to wait and see.
So it's definitely going to be a bit harder for those lifters who squat a bit more borderline, because the refs are lower than them. It's going to make all of the squats look higher than they might actually be.
For sure. You saw a few misses in the first session today. The girls before these guys actually pulled out really well. We had a few thirds misses, which is quite regular for a competition, to be honest, because people are pushing their limits. We have Alex Nguyen, 195 kilos for his second squat, going up by 15 kilos. That's a big jump, yeah.
Big jump, but his opener did move very fast.
You'll see, like a lot of the girls in the previous one, they'll probably be maxing out in terms of a 10 kilo jump or a 7.5 kilo jump as their attempt selection. But when you get up to the bigger boys, their jumps will be way bigger because they are taking up a lot more energy on their seconds and thirds. Pushing out of the hole, yeah, very clean.
Very smooth.
You might be seeing 20 kilo jumps, maybe even 25 kilo jumps from these boys.
And we've got another 15 kilo jump here for Jack Scott, jumping to 197.5 from 182.
First meet here.
Big squat for a first meet.
Making a big jump here. Probably be surpassing 200 kilos after this. Let's see it from Jack. Kept his composure in the first one, was told to rack back in, but able to push this out pretty easily.
Beautiful looking squat.
Oh, this was very, very good from Jack. Good selection from Cam Brown there. 197.5 will definitely be surpassing 200.
Yeah, so you would expect somewhere between a 202 and 205 based off of how well that moved.
Probably be looking at 205 for sure. Alex Connor, 200 kilos for a second attempt. Did miss his first, which I believe was on depth, so you'll need to be sticking out a little bit more. Dark Horse, Chris Ship coaching. Easy walkout. Only 5 kilo chip. This is probably to help him push to a third that they were anticipating.
I believe he jumped the start command there.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, I didn't see Carol drop her hand. So
three reds
for jumping the command. So that's okay, they can reattempt that on the next, just to get a squat on the board.
Yeah, he'll need to make sure that he gets this next squat. If he doesn't get his next squat, he will unfortunately be disqualified for missing 3 of the same lift in a row.
Yep. He will be allowed to complete his bench press and deadlift, but it won't contribute to placings.
Yeah. It's always good if you do see someone who unfortunately does disqualify, they just keep going, they keep pushing because they're meant to be here to have as much fun as they can. Understandably, this is a very competitive space. We want to make sure that we get a total up, but at the end of the day, you're doing this out here to prove something to yourself, to push your limits. So if you do unfortunately ever get disqualified, you do have the opportunity to be able to push something out and maybe potentially get some...
there's actually been a mix-up here.
Oh.
James Cooper has come out, but it is Callan Beaton who's up
Callan
next.
Beaton at 212 kilos.
So there was likely just a mix-up there because they are taking the same weight and there would have been a split because of the lot number.
Because of the lot number. Now, that's something that coaches really need to keep an eye on. If lifters do have the same lot number and say they are starting a little bit heavier than the previous person, but then their second attempt, they match it, if the lot number is lower, they're going to have to go first. Now, Callum still has 20 seconds left.
I believe his timer gets extended anyway.
Okay. Thank you, Charles.
But
still had plenty of time on the clock. Pushing it out. Nice work. He held his composure out there. Again, when some things get muddled up, when, you know, some miscommunication, 3 white lights there, that was perfect.
Squatting.
When there is some sort of miscommunication between maybe the refs, the coach, and stuff like that, or just misinterpreting the situation, as long as that you can keep your athlete's composure there, then they should be able to bring it out and bring it out well. And James does have a little bit of an advantage because he has been out there, come back out, come back in. So able to get used to the environment, used to the platform, used to everything there. So he's coming out with 212.5 kilos. Coming out from Nexus, coached by Ari. This is Nexus' first competition, first team. Have a few first teams this year, don't we?
We do. It's been really cool seeing Nexus put their team together. None of them are actually coached by the same coaches. It's all just members of the gym.
Yeah.
Really good community at that gym.
Good deep squat by James, pushing it out.
Very nice.
Little sticky there, but we'll see. Sometimes you get some people who have a hard second, but they warm up really well for their third.
And you've definitely got to take into account that he would have fired up for his second attempt prior when he came out before Callan. So maybe a bit of mental energy wasted
for sure, yeah. You might see a better third. But again, like you said, with Nexus not being coached by the same coach, they have an opportunity there to be able to collect as many people as possible as they're a gym team. They're not necessarily just under one coach. Same with us with Strength Collective, we had opportunity to be able to choose some people who were coached under us or not coached under us, just because we did have the opportunity there to see people when they're training and how well they've been doing. John coming out with a 215 kilo squat. Stoic Systems, not Sisters. Really does put me off when it's Sisters spelt with a Y, to be honest. Oh, very deep. That was very good by John.
I think you can expect a 222 or 225
for sure,
maybe on that third attempt.
Would love to see that from him. Brad Scott coming out Average Joes. He is head coach of the Average Joes, which is that their first team champs?
This is their first team champs as well.
225 kilos, which is a 10 kilo jump from his first.
And if I've got my numbers correct, that is a 25 kilo comp here.
He's already done a 15 kilo comp here, so you could definitely say that his training's been moving really well.
His training's been going really well.
When you are PBing on your first attempt, it's pretty cool. And basically, whatever you get out from it, it's just an added bonus.
It gives you a lot of confidence for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Good, clean unrack by Brad there. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Very deep, very bouncy. Again, if he can stay in the midfoot and get out of that hole and stay right in the middle, especially being such a tall guy, you can see a very clean squat coming from there. So we'll see how his next one goes. Tyson Lamb coming out. He's missed his first squat at 210 kilos. He's made a 15 kilo jump. Now, he's obviously got a lot of confidence in his ability to be able to squat. It was on depth in his first one. So we'll see how he pulls this out here.
Again, he has squatted 250 in the past, so he should have a good bit of confidence being able to sink this one.
But from his history, he's had a couple of injuries, so obviously been having to pull things back slightly.
Very hyped up lifter.
Yeah, very getting G'd up there. Looking very composed with that weight on the back. Pushing it out. Oh, very smooth
super
there.
easy there.
Oh my God, that was great. See how he goes here.
You think that was an opener?
Oh no. Oh, he's actually stepped in front. Oh no, he should be fine with the white lights.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 white lights.
Yeah, which is something that I actually almost did in one of my previous comps or racing comps, is step out of the front of the rack, which you're not able to do anymore. Alex Street with 240 kilos. I believe this is his first comp in the 105s. Don't know the notes here, but he has previously competed in 120s from my knowledge.
Or even, he might have even competed 110s back in the days of USAPL.
Yeah, USAPL, we had the 110 kilo class. A lot of the guys from the 110s either dropped down or picked back up. They didn't really stay the same way. Some of the guys were bulking up because, you know, USAPL was so new, people coming in 110s, that was just their body weight. And they first started powerlifting, but then their body weight just kept going up. And then they went into 120s when they did come to APL.
Bit of a shaky walkout from Alex here, but he's got it under control.
Yeah, keeping his composure there. Push it out.
Big push.
Nice work.
Beautiful work.
It was smooth. You're always going to see those shakiness and stuff like that. It looks heavier than they can ever perform. But then as soon as they squat down, push back up, it looks awesome.
I think that's sometimes a bit more typical of squatters with a slightly wider stance as well.
Yeah,
They do have to step
that,
laterally, and you see a bit more shakiness there.
Haynes coming out with a 240 kilo squat. This is a 20 kilo jump. Like I said before, you see some of the big guys, 20 kilos is just a regular day. That's something that they do frequently. They're probably even when they're on their last week of training or their heaviest squat of training, they'll still be making a 20 kilo jump. He'll probably be making a shorter jump after this. It's probably on the regular, but hey, we'll see after this. Pushing.
Smooth.
Yeah, a little sticky. We might be seeing a shorter jump after this. Now, from that first to the second, you just want to clear a first one out. You get the first one, then that builds up momentum coming into the second and third, so you make a massive jump from that first to the second, but then after that, you're probably making a shorter jump. You might even see them making 5 kilos to 7.5 kilos, but we'll see how he jumps here.
That's right. And the second attempt really is to just set you up for the third and give you a good gauge of what you have in the tank.
Yeah, you still want to obviously get something on the board that pushes you up a little bit in the placement, but you never really want to be doing something that's going to be your absolute max. If you do absolute max, you have no room to move from there. If you do unfortunately miss it and you gas yourself out, then what are you going to do from there?
It's hard to recover from that and come back. Now, Micah missed his opener on depth, but he has opted to go up by 10 kilos to 250. The opener was very smooth. He just has to be a bit more convincing here.
Pushed it down, a bit deeper this time.
Depth looked a lot better this time.
Made that 10 kilo jump. He had the confidence. 3 white lights there, perfect. That was awesome. Now, you do see a lot of people, they might miss their first and they might stay the same, or they might miss their first and they might go up. It really depends on the situation of whether or not they have the room to move up. Like a lot of the cases, people are confident in making a massive jump from their first to their second. So maybe even starting off and repeating the first, if you miss it, moving to the second. Then making that much bigger jump into the third.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why we make plans as coaches. We plan out potential situations that might come about. Sam coming 257.5 kilos. This is the biggest squat of the day. Coming out from Stoic Systems.
Very strong walkout from Sam.
Oh, good walkout from Sam.
Smooth work.
Very deep
That was
there
a lovely
by Sam.
squat.
That was a great squat. He's going to make a big jump from here. I can't wait to see what he squats at next. Probably might be.
I think we could even expect a 270.
270, yeah.
Could be on the cards.
Wouldn't be ridiculous. Obviously, be chatting with his coach, making sure his coach makes the right decision there. Alec O'Connor coming out. He's missed his first 2 squats. Now, we need to make sure that he gets the squat, otherwise he will be disqualified, and that will take away points from Dark Horse Powerlifting, who really can't afford to be losing any more points than they already have with the changes that they made.
That's right. With a 4-point deduction they've already suffered, Alex needs to get this squat.
Chris Ship giving it a bit of a G up.
Second squat was good. He just jumped the commands. He just needs to be a bit more patient here and wait for the refs.
Yeah, and it was smart for them to make the jumps that they made. I assume that he's able to squat a lot more than he's squatting right now.
Got the command.
And pushing it out, holding it.
Strong squat.
Yeah, he waited for the command this time. We'll see what the refs say here. Only one
beautiful.
red. That's fine.
And he is
still
on the
past
board.
it. That puts him on the board. That doesn't disqualify him. Now, Dark Horse can get the points that they need. Alex Nguyen, 93s, 205 kilos from Summit Systems, coached by Tony Nguyen, who was previously on Team Elemental Strength Society, who are competing tomorrow in the Premier Bracket. This is his first time under Summit Systems. That's why he is in the Challenger Bracket today. And you see Charles keeping an eye on Alex. Come on, Alex. Now you're going to see a lot of the boys G up now. Things are getting heavy here. You might see some headbangs against the wall. Might see some brick walls being run through. Oh, very deep squat from Alex. Sticking it out.
Hit a bit of a wall there, but
yeah. That's okay. That's only 5 kilos. He's 10 kilos that he's missed out on. That's a bit of the kilos. Now, you don't really want to miss any kilos really at all, but you're obviously putting into perspective where you can place afterwards or what you can catch up with bench, with deadlifts. Some of the guys here that might have a bit of a lighter squat than other guys might have a heavier deadlift than those guys. So we'll see how they go. Now, Jack Scott's had a pretty good day today. 205 kilos coming out. This is his first 200 squat today here.
Like we said, that 197 moved really well, so we expected around a 205 here.
Yeah, a 205 for his first meet. That's really, really impressive. Being told to rack back in again, he was...
Yep, just been called for soft knees.
Yeah, which he was told at the first attempt, I believe, too.
But he's got 30 seconds. He's got plenty of time.
Yeah, he's got a lot of time. A lot of people, they think that 1 minute isn't a lot of time at all, but it really is a lot of time when you put into perspective how quick a lift can go past. As long as he's given the start command after setting up and everything like that, it doesn't matter what the time goes on.
That's right. Gets the start command.
Yeah, really deep. Easy lift. Yeah, had more kilos in the tank.
Looks good for 210, maybe even a 212.
Yeah, for sure.
But always good to play it safe, particularly with your first competition. Yeah. I know personally myself, I was terrified of my first competition.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like everybody for their first competition is going to be super nervous, regardless of how set up you are, how prepped you are. You're definitely going to have a lot of nerves here, and that's the difference between coming in for a competition and going into training. Just because you can squat 250 kilos in training, you need to bring that into competition because there's other factors to consider there.
That's right. Even just being out in front of a crowd can be nerve-wracking.
It's nerve-wracking for sure, and you can't really. You can prep as much as you can in training by having people in front of you, getting someone giving you commands. But at the end of the day, this is different. This is where you're on the field.
And James Cooper coming out for his third attempt. He's opted to go up by 2.5. He's pretty fired up here.
He was a little sticky before, but he did come out a bit earlier than he should have because it was Callum that was meant to come out for that lift. Bit of mental exertion probably from that previous one, but he's had plenty of time to rest up, plenty of time to prep, plenty of time to get into a mental space here. Nexus performance. Pushing it out. Maybe could have stuck it out, but we don't know what's going through his head. We don't know how the body feels. We can only make our assumptions, but that was a very, very good try from him.
And you do risk with grinding out a third squat. That's a potential fail that you could gas yourself for deadlifts later in the day. So maybe just trying to spare a bit of save a bit of energy. He only lost out on 2.5 kilos there.
For sure. Callum coming out with a 220 kilo squat here. You see Dids firing him up, bumping into him. Now you might see some unusual ways that people get G'd up. It looks like that people are getting beat up, but it really helps.
Yeah, you love a bit of that, though.
I do love a bit of that. Got to refrain myself from hurting people sometimes, though.
And so Callan has already secured a 2.5 kilo comp PR. He's looking for a 10 kilo PR now.
Pushing it out, yeah.
Oh, and he
what
gets
a lift.
it. Easy work.
See what the refs say here, but that was a pretty sick lift. That is only one red light there. That's
beautiful. That's all that you need.
That's all you need. Now, the 220 is a bit of a, regardless of where you're doing it, deadlift, squats, or even bench press, it can always be a mental barrier there. But to be able to push it out in squat, it's a huge achievement in itself. And for sure, bringing that into training, bringing that momentum from the competition into training, it's going to help it so much.
That's right.
John coming out with a 225 kilo squat. Now, this is a proper 4 plates here. If you see 1, 2, 3, 4, including the collar.
This is a big milestone on the platform.
Do not tell me that 180 kilos is 4 plates. This is the proper 4 plates here. John, 225 kilos. Everyone getting behind him. Stoic systems in the under 93 kilo class. Got that star command. Pushing it out. Oh, well done. Well done there. That was awesome.
Perfect attempt selection there.
Probably didn't have much more out of it. Maybe another 2.5 kilos. Got the 2 white lights. Got 1 red on the side. But still, as long as you get 2 white lights, it doesn't matter if you get another red. Could be something that he can work on in training, but nothing he can do right now. Brad Scott coming out with a 235 kilo squat here.
I might have written my numbers down wrong, but if not, this is a 35 kilo comp PR, which is unreal.
I'm sure he'd be very happy if we're telling him that he's getting a 35 kilo
I believe
comp
his
PR.
last competition was the Southern Showdown in November of last year as well, so that's a lot of progress in a short space of time.
I think he might have gone up in a body weight, maybe. Pushing it out, stick. Yeah, well done. Brad Scott with a 235 kilo squat. That is awesome. Really stoked with his lift
and
right
3 white
there.
lights. Well done.
Yeah, a bit sticky coming out of the hole here. Built up a lot of momentum coming down with a bit of speed, but was able to push it out. Now, you might see a few guys, when they go down a lot faster, as long as they can stay with it out of the hole, they can probably build that momentum out, but they will be a bit sticky because it gets fast. That fast down is able to get fast out of the hole, but then when you get to that halfway point or just before that, it does slow down a little bit.
We've got Tyson Lamb coming out for his last attempt, 240 kilos on the bar.
Yeah, getting teed up here.
Missed his first on depth, got his second. Going up another 15 here.
Yeah, and he still went up. He squatted apparently 250 kilos before, but hey, it could be a bit of injury. Maybe he went down in weight, not really sure right now, but if he can get this really puts him up on the podium. Pushing it out. Oh, well done.
Very nice.
Probably didn't
that looks good to me.
Yeah, didn't have much left in the tank. Had a bit of a shakiness. Ooh. Had a bit of shakiness on the way up.
3
but
white lights.
3 white lights, that's all you need.
We're seeing some great attempt selection on these third attempts as well. Really not many kilos being left in the tank.
First 250 kilo squat today. This is an awesome day here, guys. 250 kilos coming out from Alex Street, adaptive strength coaching.
Alex starting to fire up a bit more.
Yeah, that's what we need to see with a 250 kilo squat. His last attempt was good. So this isn't a ridiculous attempt today. Get a big smile from Alex here.
He's looking confident.
Need to come out confident. It's not a fun thing to have on your back. You want to get it off as soon as possible. So
strong on rack.
Oh, but he's looking composed. I think he can stand there for about 3 hours there.
That's right. And his walkout is much more steady than his last.
Much more steady. Let's go, Alex. Wow.
Lovely.
Had another 48 kilos there. Alex Street.
Giving us a bit of celebration on the platform as
Mating
well.
of the refs. Very good effort from Alex right there. Now, Alex is going up against Hayes right here. They're going to match each other's squats.
Haynes has the slightly bigger bench press, but they're both equal on deadlift, at least from openers.
And Haynes, you see, I believe he is weighing in slightly lighter than...
he is, so he does have the body weight advantage there.
Not by much. 103.46, 104.1. 250 kilo squat. Let's go, Haynes. Oh, very deep. Pushing it out. Unfortunate.
Right.
Still a fair effort. Unfortunate. Allows Alex to catch up a little bit. Alex has the advantage.
So Alex has the lead on projected subtotal now. but anything can change for the rest of the day.
Micah coming out for Dids, coaching 260 kilos in the 105. This is 10 kilos above the previous attempts. This is a big lift right here.
This is a big squat. Biggest squat that we've seen so far of the day.
260 kilos is pretty heavy, man. And you are right, Sam is going for a 270 next.
Yeah.
Which is very impressive.
Big milestone number to hit.
Yeah. Let's go, Micah. Come on, man. Getting the start command. Coming in a bit slow and sipping it out. Oh, wow.
Oh, beautiful.
See what the refs say. But
again,
that was
intentional with depth, so we'll see what the refs think.
Oh, three white lights. That was still very good.
Great
there.
work. Looked like he had more in the tank as well.
Oh, my God. Even if that moved hard, that still would be impressive. But that was extra impressive with how easy it moved. Sam coming out, again, identifying him as a squat specialist. I don't think you can deny that. But 270 kilo squat at 105 kilos. Extremely impressive. There we go.
Only weighing in at 101.95, so he does have body weight advantage over most of the 105s, I believe.
So he is a bit light for the 105s, and it does put the body weight advantage where he can just chase and match someone's total, which does put him up on GL points. Last squat from this flight. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Sam. Pushing it out, pushing it. Oh, wow. Easily.
With room to spare.
Oh, my God. Easily had about 74 kilos there on his squat. That was amazing.
And that sets up Sam really well for the rest of the day there.
For sure. 3 white lights. Absolutely stoked. The team is going crazy over there. That was awesome for the squats. 270 kilos is nothing to be shy about. That was cool. Now we have about a 15 to 10 minute break coming up before our bench presses.
We'll be back to the women's flight, kicking off bench.
Now moving on to the bench press. Everyone's favorite lift. Alicia coming out with a 65-kilo bench in 30 seconds. Plenty of time for the girls to recover from that squat. It will feel like a quick day for the guys. You go into competitions and you think that it's going to be the longest day ever, but it really, you smash through it really quick and it becomes just a bit of a fever dream afterwards. But 10 seconds, Alicia's going to come out with a 65-kilo bench press, which is a very impressive bench for a first attempt. Past that 60 kilos, it can be a lot harder for the females to be able to bench that much, but 65 kilos, 69 class. Average Joe's Alicia will come out. Waiting for the bar is loaded. There we go. Alicia, for her first comp, has already gone 3 for 3 on squats, which is very, very impressive. We'll see how bench goes. You're probably going to see a few more misses on benches because bench is quite a technical lift. There's a lot of people that they're training. They might be training with a quick pause or an even longer pause. We've got obviously the new bench depth rule with the IPF. It can be a lot harder. Very good from Alicia there. Very easy first attempt. Alicia having a very good day for her first comp. Waiting for the
140 kilos on her first comp.
Nice work, Alicia. 3 white lights, no issues there, which is what you need for your first attempt. If there's any, inkling of a red light, if there's anything that you can fix, you probably should fix on there. Lena Tran coming out with 70 kilos, 5 above Alicia. Now, Lena has a pretty big bench here. Lena competing in the 63s. She is much lighter, though. She's weighing only 700 grams over what she needs to be in the 57s. Whether or not that was a conscious choice or she trains well heavy, you never know. Oh, quite sticky coming out of there. Potentially a bit of a misgroove. I did see it sink a little bit into the right.
Still 3 white lights.
Yeah, 3 white lights is what you need.
On the board.
Yeah, gets you on the board. Again, you wouldn't want a first attempt to move like that. You need it to move a lot faster, a lot more convincingly. But at least if you get it, you get it. Bernie out coming out with a 72.5 kilo bench press. Home team advantage here, Strength Fortress.
That was a smooth opener from Bernie. Very comfortable. Now, with a lot of these bench presses, I think we can expect to see somewhere between a 2.5 and a 5 kilo increase. Obviously, with these lighter weights, anything much more than that is quite a large percentage. Yep, so Bernie will be jumping 5 kilos to her second attempt. Next up, we've got Rebecca Nguyen opening up at 75 kilos. So we've got the full red plate. She had a great day on squats, managing a 7.5 kilo PR. And she's actually opening 2.5 kilos over her comp best. So training must have been going incredibly well. Very efficient bench press there. And 3 white lights. India Stewart opening up at 77.5. 5 kilos onto her best.
And bar is loaded.
Very wide stance with her foot position there. You do see that a bit more with a very foot forward position that she does have. fast descent, but just as fast on the way back up. That was a beautiful opener from India. Also had a great day on squats too, managing a 5 kilo PR. So next up we have Deuce. She was actually opening at her comp best, I believe. 77.5 kilos on the bar.
77.5 is a huge lift. Passing that 80 kilo mark is very, very impressive. Training's been going really well with bench. She has been quite stuck with her bench press in previous years, not being able to pass her PB, but we'll see how it goes today.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, I believe I saw her repping 80 or 82.5.
Comp best is 77.5 kilos.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And that was
there you go. She's matched her PB.
Opener. So she's already matched her best on both squats and deadlift, squats and bench press, sorry.
Deuce is looking really good today.
Yeah, she's definitely the favorite to win this class today.
Up next, we've got Carly with her 80 kilo bench. First 80 of the day. Carly coming out for Defy coaching. 80 kilos, under 69 females. Very easy for Carly. Now, something the refs would be looking out for is that elbow depth. I believe that you would probably be better at explaining it than I will.
Yeah, so I think what we are looking for with the elbow depth is that the bottom of the elbow is below the top of the shoulder joint, or the top head of the shoulder is my interpretation, which can be a bit hard to judge, but the rule has been out for a while now, so the refs are definitely getting a lot better at judging it. So far, we've had no one called for it, though. We've had quite a few efficient bench presses, but at least in this session, everyone is passing. Again, I might be jinxing this here. Got 87.5 for Bernadette. Very nice press. And 3 white lights. Next up, we've got 90 kilos for Caitlin. That is a massive bench press to be opening on. Her best is at 92.5, so she's only opening 2.5 kilos under.
Will we potentially see a 100 kilo bench press from Caitlin?
She's definitely within range. If this moves well, that could be 2 5-kilo jumps. That said, 90 kilos at a body weight of 68.5 is a massive bench press.
Still impressive. We had a few 100 kilo benches in the previous session in the under 57s. Looks really strong.
Great start to her bench session.
Only one red. Only one red.
One yellow, so maybe jumping the commands there.
Potentially. I saw a little bit of a soft elbow in the lockout, but we'll see what the refs say. Again, whatever the refs say, that's their decision at the end of the day.
Yeah, there's no arguing with the refs. No jury here at this competition either.
Alicia coming out with a 70 kilo bench press. She's made a 5 kilo jump from her previous bench. Now this is Alicia's first meet. Coming out for team champs. Really, really impressive comp.
Oh, very nice second attempt there. Blink and you miss it. 3 white lights. Looks like she could be good for 75. And that is what they've placed for her third attempt. Next up, we've got Lena Tran, 72.5 kilos, opting to take a 2 kilo jump from her opener. If I'm remembering correctly, her opener did move a bit hard, but I do think she might have just misgrouped it. Oh, and no lift there. Good catch from the spotters, though. Next up, we've got Rebecca Nguyen, 77.5 kilos, 2.5 kilo jump, coached by Jess Liu of Defy Coaching.
Bit of a weird choice for Lena there with her first attempts being 70 kilos, and it did move quite hard, but still got her on the board, so she's still okay position right here. Rebecca's 77.5 kilo next. This is a 2.5 kilo jump from her previous bench. Now her best bench is 72.5 kilos, so this is a big PB for her right here. Nice. Nice work from Rebecca. 77.5 kilos.
Super easy second attempt.
Rewrite lights.
Coached by the bench queen, Jess Liu,
who had a 115 kilo bench before we got here. Start off with a 110. Bernie Yak coming out, matching Rebecca's bench press here. Also in the under 69s.
A little bit shaky on the second attempt there.
Which seems to be common for Bernie, especially in her squats. Like, she comes out of the hole pretty shaky.
2 red lights. She got yellow cards from both the side referees.
Would that be for depth there?
I thought depth was red.
Oh, depth was red, yeah.
Now she can reattempt that, or she can choose to go up. I believe the smart decision would be to reattempt.
From the stickiness, you would probably want to reattempt, unless there's something important that she needs to achieve, an important number or something like that, where the bench is going to get her there. But in most cases, you would probably have to reattempt that.
We got India Stewart, 82.5. Her opener was super easy. Just as easy on the second attempt as well.
82.5 kilos. That is
unreal.
Awesome.
And that's matching her comp best.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Very easy. Probably going to push it from the out. Now Deuce is coming up with an 82.5 kilo bench.
This is 5 kilos over her comp best. She did match her comp best on her opener. Like we said, Bench has been on a roll in training from what I've seen.
Which is absolutely fantastic, but she has to make sure that she comes out in the comp standard here. So just because training's doing well doesn't mean comp's going to do well, but I reckon we've got some confidence.
Doesn't always translate onto the platform, but Deuce is a veteran lifter. She's been in the game for quite a while now.
16 competitions. Oh, bit sticky, but still a decent lift here. We'll see what the refs say. 3 right lights.
All right.
That's what she needs to be able to get her 5 kilo PB.
Carly coming out for 85 kilos.
85. Getting some big benches here, man. It's looking really good. And especially when it comes to being competitive in this sport, a lot of people lack on their bench. It just doesn't really push out, but you can definitely see someone who is competitive when their bench makes up for that total. Getting stuck in, you'll see a lot of people, they take their time when they set up, because as long as they can get that extension, which does help them minimize the range of motion.
A little bit sticky off the chest,
but lockout was good. Very strong on the triceps there.
Got it moving.
Only one red. Still got that 2 whites. Still equals a pass lift.
All right, we got Bernadette going for a 90-kilo bench press here. It is a massive bench press at 65 kilos body weight.
It's a 2.5 kilo jump from a previous bench press. Getting the star commands, pressing through it. Oh, very good.
Lovely work from Bernadette there.
Little sticky, but couldn't fault that. 3 white lights there. For the second benches, we're looking at some cool benches here, guys. 95 kilos for Caitlin. Potentially might see a 100-kilo bench from her, but we'll have to see how this one moves. The coach makes a good decision from here.
Caitlin is nominated 3rd, with Carly nominated 1st, but she can make us some ground on the bench press. She's already got the lead.
She is the biggest bencher right now in this flight. Oh, sticking it out. Long commands, that's what we need. But
textbook bench press. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. We'll see how she can go here. Even though that did move very well, making a 5-kilo jump, it is a much larger jump for most people. So we'll see how it goes there. Now finishing up on the benches, 3rd attempts. Lena Tran's going to re-attempt her last bench. As you can see, getting herself ready, getting herself G'd up. She really wants this lift here. She's still already got a 70-kilo bench press, which is very, very impressive.
And bench is a very technical lift where if you are slightly off with your technique, that could be the end of it. So maybe she can clean up her technique a little bit here.
Potentially misgroove in the last one where you might misplace it a little bit. Again, the more technical you are on bench press, the moment you make a false move, pressing through here, yeah. The moment
you make the spotters there.
Yeah, the moment you make a false move, the moment you misplace it, it really messes up. I think that you and I are pretty much the same in that case, where as soon as we do not place it in the right position, it really messes up with the lockout.
Yeah.
Alicia, 75 kilos. She made 5-kilo jumps from here, very clean jumps. She gets this out, she gets a 6 for 6, and it's 6 for 6, and it's looking like a very clean comp for her today. First comp, always say you go 9 for 9, makes it a perfect day.
First competition, ticked off the 140 milestone, looking to tick off the full red plate here as well. She's setting herself up for a really good day.
Oh, pushing it out.
Fighting through it, that's it.
Good
Perfect
work for
attempt
Alicia.
selection.
Hey, you notice she's got a little bit of a close, not too close, but her arms are quite long, so she does have a large range of motion here to work with. Once she does get past that, 75% of the lift, it is the triceps working a lot of the way. So that was a very, very good lift. She's gone 6 for 6. She's looking like a good day today. Bernie coming out with a 77.5 kilo bench, which is repeating that previous attempt where she did miss it.
Right now, from memory, she didn't miss on a technicality, so she might be able to clean up the technique here.
Yeah, potentially. Was smart for the coach, Jeremy Borzillo and Josh Liu, to repeat that load.
Strong press, but we'll wait to see what the refs say.
It's a bit quicker. We'll see if the refs will give it.
3 white lights. All right.
That was my bad, refs. At the end of the day, it is your decision.
It is the refs' call at the end of the day.
But still, a good effort. She made that lift. She got the kilos on the board. Well done there. Next up, Rebecca Nguyen with an 82.5 kilo bench press.
Taking another 5-kilo jump here.
So she started off with 75, moved to 77.5. So
oh, sorry, that's
yeah,
right.
so she's usually you would see from first to second, you'd make the bigger jump then from second to third. But depending on how people do train, depending on how well they move coming out of it, because I've experienced a lot of the cases where making smaller jumps makes me feel a lot better. But the bigger jumps from the earlier lifts, it does feel pretty hard. That's right. But yeah, so maybe potentially here after doing that 77.5 kilos, she's built that confidence, she's built that technique to be able to get that 82.5 kilos. She's got 20 seconds left on the clock. You do see a lot of people, they might take a while to set up because they need to make sure that, again, with this being such a technical lift, everything is put in place as perfect as possible.
That's right. A good bench press basically just comes down to how well you can set up.
Oh, she's
fighting
stuck
through
it out.
Perfect.
Well done. See what the refs say. Oh, that was awesome. Well done. Very stoked with that.
From head coach Jess.
Rebecca and Jess cheering along. That was very, very good. Very, very cool. Very good call.
All right, next up we've got Deuce. We can see her getting fired up at the back there.
Making a 2.5 kilo jump, which is still a big PB from a 77.5 kilos.
She's already hit a 5 kilo PB.
So she should be stoked with what she's already done, but still, if she can get something out here, it can still put her up on the podium a little bit higher. And if she can clear the gap with the people that are before her, it's obviously a lot better to maximize that total as much as you possibly can. So rather than trying to chase for any bigger numbers, 5 kilo jumps, anything like that, if a chipping is what you know you're going to be able to achieve 100%, you may as well do it.
That's all right. And look, only lost 2.5 there, but she does have the biggest deadlift of the weight class. So she has set herself up well with the subtotal.
Currently still placed first.
And 5 loaded.
So India is only 10 kilos behind her. India is going for a 5 kilo jump, so that will close the gap between. Yeah, that will close the gap.
Now we have heard that Deuce is looking to the 3-peat, so if India can close this gap, it might make it a bit harder for her to do so.
Yeah. Does put some pressure, even though Deuce does have the bigger deadlift here, especially on the first attempt. India opening with 147. Carly coming out with 87.5 kilo. Pressing through. Just didn't have it. Yeah. But yeah, India opening up with a 147.5 kilo deadlift. Deuce opening with a 155. India is not far behind. If she can clear out this next 87.5 kilo bench press, that does catch her up a bit with Deuce. Her last bench did move very, very well, so we'll see how this one moves here. India coming out with a wide stance, almost a sumo bench press right now. Pressing through. Oh, yeah, that was very good. Quite a fast descent, but still caught it, pushed it through, got it up. 3 white lights. Well done, India.
So she is closing that gap between her and Deuce.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes with deadlifts. Again, it's always up to the deadlifts. Coming up with Bernadette, 92.5 kilos. And then Caitlin will be benching at 97.5 kilo, just shy of the 100, but still very, very impressive bench press right there. Bernadette, 92.5, coming out from adaptive strength coaching in the under 69 kilo class. Bernadette currently is second in the 69 kilo class, with Carly coming out first.
Yeah, so forecasted 10 kilos behind Carly for the moment. But 10 kilos could be a missed deadlift attempt.
So that's pushed her up a little bit on the podium here. It's caught her up, it's closed the gap a bit more, which is going to put some pressure on Carly there. But Caitlin's coming out, currently placed third in the under 69s, but she does have the biggest bench press, which will help her catch up a bit on her total. This is the last bench in this flight. Just shy off 100 kilos.
It's definitely going to take a good bit of self-control to load 97.5 and not 100, but
for sure.
likely the smart move.
Again, this competition right here is a very, very competitive comp. You need to be a team player here. Pressing through. Oh, wow.
And perfect attempt selection there.
Good effort by Caitlin. Little shaky on the chest. Did look a little bit uncontrolled, but that is, you can't fault it with the 3 white lights there. Well done. That was the bench presses. I want to look back at that. Was that? Nah, there was a few misses. I thought there was no misses there.
But from what we've seen in other bench press sessions, often there's quite a few more missed attempts in bench press. Like we said, it's very technical, very easy, and very easy to miss attempts. And there's a lot of commands to wait for as well.
Yeah, so that means when you do miss an attempt, a lot of the cases, a higher chance that it is on a technicality where, I don't know, you might have missed the start command or the press commands because you might have just jumped it a little bit too fast. But we have James Cooper coming out with a 115 kilo bench. He's coming out from Nexus Melbourne. We have Ari coaching as head coach. His best bench is 125 kilos, so we'll see what jumps he makes here. Maybe trying to chip it today. That 115 was very clean, and that is what you want from the bench press. That's really what you want from any of your first attempts. If you can get a very clean first attempt, you can get a very convincing first attempt. It just allows you to build that momentum from there. Alex Nguyen's coming out with a 117.5 kilo bench press. He's coming out from Summit Systems, coached by Tony Nguyen. Tony's first solo team here.
Opting for a self-handout. I think you're starting to see that become a bit more common nowadays.
You do.
Well.
I do think that. Like maybe a lot more people are learning how to hand out a lot more a lot better, or even it's just they're allowing themselves because of where they train. They have to learn how to hand out themselves. That's right. Pushing through. Well done for Alex. 117.5 kilos for his first attempt. 3 white lights. Perfect there. Sam Burberry coming out with 120 kilos. Now, he had the strongest bench of the flight with 270 kilos, but he is earlier on with the bench presses. So we'll see if it can allow him to catch up a little bit, allow the other guys to catch up who do have a bit of stronger benches. Again, at the end of the day, it is a total-based sport. If you do have a higher total overall, it doesn't matter if you're the best at the squats or best at the bench or best at the deadlifts. If you can have that higher total, that's where it is.
That's right. And he's a bit more middle of the pack for deadlifts as well, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out between the boys and the 105s.
It could even everyone out a little bit more. Getting the start commands. Pressing through. Well done.
Smooth opener.
Good work by Sam. Has a bit of a close grip. Pinky on the ring. You might see a lot more of the technical lifters. They will probably be benching with their pointing finger on the ring a bit more to maximize decreasing that range of motion as much as they can. But when you see the closer guys, they do rely a lot more on their overall strength in the bench press rather than creating a more technical lift.
That's right, and I think we see that more from a bit more flat back, longer arm lifters where they just have to rely on a bit more musculature to help them complete the press.
For sure, yeah. Jack Scott coming out with 122.5 kilos. Jack's competing for Hustler. This is his first meet. Now, you see a couple people with their first meets, and their first meet for Team Champs is an awesome meet to do. Yeah. That was a very good lift by Jack Scott.
It definitely sets the bar for every competition afterwards. It's going to be hard to live up to the competition and the hype here at Team Champs.
Yeah. And for first comp, you know, I don't know whether or not they do know about the pressure that they have on this comp because, again, you are competing for a team. You can't be chasing for personal glory. You have to be chasing for team glory. If you need to cut, you know, your 270 squat, deadlift, or bench by 2.5 kilos just to guarantee a lift, you might have to just to make sure that it puts points on the team. Brad Scott coming out with 125 kilos. Now, this is lifting for the Average Joes, which is his own team.
This is only 2.5 kilos under his best. I know he has been previously dealing with some shoulder issues, but has managed to get it under control from what I've seen in training. And as we saw from that opener, that was a beautiful first attempt.
Very good first attempt for his only 2.5 kilos off his first bench, of his best bench press.
All right, we've got Tyson Lamb here, opening up at 130 kilos.
Starting to pick up the weight now with these attempts, getting closer and closer to that 140 kilo bench press, which is something that people strive to achieve. Pushing through, well done, very clean lift.
Beautiful work. He did have a bit of a rough start with missing his opening squat, however managed to clean it up and has set himself up really well for the day.
As long as you don't...
He's currently projected first in the 93s for day one, so he's just got to make sure he stays ahead of everyone and doesn't miss any lifts.
And just because there's a lot more 93s competing tomorrow doesn't mean that you know, disregards the effort that the 93s put in today or what it gives to their team.
No, that's exactly right. And the 93s competing today, once their positions are set at the end of today, it does not change after how the 93s play out tomorrow.
Yeah. Alec O'Connor coming out for Dark Horse, 135 kilo bench. Pressing through, looking clean. Again, it's quite a close grip bench presser. You see a lot of those guys, they rely a lot more on their musculature. They might feel a lot stronger utilizing that close grip bench press. But as you start to get heavier, you might see a few of the guys doing a bit of a wider grip. They might just be a bit more technically proficient on the bench press. John coming out with 140 kilos. This is our first 140 in this sesh. Stoic Systems, bench 140 kilos in the 93 kilo class.
And we've got quite a few of the boys here, 5 in fact, opening up at 140 or above.
Yeah, this is where we're getting to some bigger lifts today, and this is where people get a bit more excited. Looking good. Bit sticky.
A little bit sticky for an opener,
yeah,
but definitely has more in the tank.
100%. You'll see that a lot of those guys, again, with the closer grip, they might feel a little bit sticky. It might be not as fast, but they might be able to push it through a bit harder. They might be able to use a lot more musculature when it does get heavier, when it gets to a higher RPE. Alex Street coming out with 140 kilos.
He had a great day on squats, finishing off with a 250. And so this is only 10 kilos under his best in the comp.
Whether or not he tries to chip it here, he probably might not be making a 10 kilo jump, so 150 for a second. We don't know. We don't know how he's, you know, what he sets up. Very good press here. Well done, Alex. Yeah.
Just missed the rack there, but he did hit all the commands, so it doesn't affect
no issue there. He's got the spotters for those situations, for sure. You obviously don't really want to be putting yourself in danger as much as you can, but we've got our awesome spotters here. Thank you to our volunteers today for coming down the spot. These guys, all that are working here are volunteer-based, so they are putting their time out, you know, taking the time out of their day to be able to come down. They are getting the extra point for it, which is for their team, which is obviously an awesome way to support your team. But again, they are putting their time aside to be able to help out. Callum with a 142.5 kilo bench.
Yep, so only 5 kilos under his best in comp. A little bit shaky.
Nice.
But moves smooth.
Yeah, moves smooth, bit shaky.
Some people are just shaky at the top of the list
just
for
how they
whatever reason.
That Callum moving really well for Did's coaching. Haynes coming out for the Strength Syndicate in the 105s, 147.5 kilos. Next, we will be seeing a plus 150 kilo opener, which is a very impressive lift. And we might be able to see some sick lifts coming after this. 147 for Haynes. He did miss 10 kilos on his squats. So it did catch Alex straight up a little bit, but Haynes does have that better bench press. So if Alex is able to keep up by just making sure that he does clear out a 3 for 3 on his bench, but it still allows Haynes to catch up a bit more. Pressing through, yeah. Clean lift for Haynes. Maybe even be seeing a 160 from him, which would be pretty cool to see.
Right, next up we've got 155 for Micah, loading the yellow plate.
Moving on to that last bench press for the first attempts. Micah does seem to have a very strong bench. He did squat 260, which was only 10 kilos off the best squat in this sesh.
That's right, and he is leading on bench press.
Micah's placed first in the 105s currently for DID's coaching. So that's going to put some points on the board for them.
Oh,
very
smooth
strong left. 3 white lights for a 155. Definitely going to be jumping to at least 160, maybe 160 a little bit above. Maybe we'll see a 170 bench today. That'd be pretty cool.
Alex Newman opting to jump 5 kilos here for his second attempt. First moved very easily. Yet to see how the rest of the day plays out, but at the moment Dark Horse is lifting with Defy coaching, and then the Strength Fortress, and then Strength Syndicate
for the top 4 teams right now. Now we'll see a lot of changes when it comes to when the deadlifts start. That's where we'll see the teams going up and down. That's where the changes will be occurring, and you won't see some things stand still up until after the Flight B deadlifts finish. Alex Newman with a 122.5 kilo bench for Summit Systems. Looking like a clean bench here.
Smooth press there.
Second attempt, looking clean. Everything's moving really well for him today. Did miss out on 10 kilos on his last squat, but still moving really well. Next up, we have a 5 kilo jump for Sam. Again, Sam squatted a whopping 270 kilos, which was the biggest squat, I believe, of the day. Now, Sam does have a bit of a lower bench than some of the other guys that he's versing in the 105s. Now, he cleared out the squats in the 105s, but this is giving the guys in bench in the 105s an opportunity to catch up against him. Currently, Sam is placed 4th now.
Smooth press from
Still
Sam.
an easy bench press. James Cooper, 125 kilo bench press for a second attempt, making a 10 kilo jump, which is quite big for benches. Usually they're making a bit of a smaller jump, but 10 kilos from here.
Coached by, I believe, his brother Nick Cooper, if I'm correct, and being handled by Ari.
So this is his best ever bench at 125. So if you can match a PB, make it look a bit easier, that's still impressive in itself. But obviously, if it's way easier where he can actually push to potentially 130, 130 plus, that will be an awesome lift for him. Yeah, super easy. Definitely has more in the tank to be able to push out a PB. 125 was his best lift, but let us see what he's going to push out for his next one. Next up, Jack Scott coming out with a 130 bench press on his second attempt, 7.5 kilos above his first.
Again, first competition, so taking 130 in your first comp is unreal work.
Pretty good, man, pretty good. He's competing in the 105s, which is currently a pretty strong weight class for these guys. Currently, Jack Scott is placed 7th.
Yeah, the 105s is quite a stacked weight class for today.
For sure. Slow descent, nice control, pressing through, sticking out, and nice work by Jack.
Definitely a bit of a harder lift there.
Whether or not he gets out that 2.55 kilos will be up to Cam to make the decision here. Brad's got up next, Average Joe's, 132.5 kilos. This will be a 5 kilo PB for Brad Scott on his comp best. Comp best being 127.5 kilos. He has pushed out quite a few PBs already. If our numbers are correct, on our notes, it does say 200 kilos was his best squat, and he pushed out a 235 kilo squat, which is 35 kilos. So you'll be looking at a total PB. Very clean nice for Brad. 5 kilo PB on his bench press. Hey, anything, and this is for his second attempt too, so for sure he has more in the tank. We'll see what he is able to push out there. But 5 kilo PB on a bench is ginormous. So if he is to push anything more than that, he's just astronomically pushing his limits here.
Next up, we've got Tyson Lamb, 7.5 kilo jump to 137.5.
It looks like he will be chasing that 140 plus today. Yeah. His best being 150.
But like we said, we believe he's gone through a couple of injuries over the last few years.
Yeah, so if you can actually just push things out to be able to just be as healthy as possible, that can still put him at an advantage against a lot of the guys.
Very easy lift there.
Yeah. Definitely looking at that 140 plus, maybe even a 7.5 kilo jump to the 145.
And 3 white lights. Next up we have John, second attempt 145.
Now we've got about half of the 93s competing right now.
Yeah, pretty even split between today and tomorrow.
Yeah, so that does, leave a bit of room for the guys that are competing tomorrow to figure out a plan, make sure that they, you figure out a plan actually, Charles, because you are competing for the 93s tomorrow.
I'll definitely be going home and double-checking or cross-checking what everyone has done today.
And that's obviously the advantage that people have in the Premier bracket where they're able to, John coming out with a 145, pressing through, bit sticky, but still pushed it out. But again, the Premier bracket is at an advantage here where they are able to collect a lot more data and information from the people who compete in the Challenger bracket today. I know that I'll be collecting a lot more data for my guys tomorrow for Strength Collective.
Next up, we've got Callan Beaton. This is matching his comp best, 147.5.
A comp best at a second attempt is an awesome achievement. 147.5 kilos. His first one was slightly sticky, but again, he has got a bit of a close grip, so you might see a few of the guys having a bit of a stickier bench press. Still doesn't fault the fact that he first attempt a 140, which is an awesome lift. Shaky in the biceps, but as long as he can hold his composure, he will be good here. Sticking it out and smooth. Pressing through smooth. Will he be chasing that 150?
2.5 would definitely be the safe call there. Depending on how they're trying to push for placings, they could opt for a 5.
His bench is
stepping up a 147.5.
7.5 kilo jump from his previous.
I believe this is 2.5 kilos underneath his comp best. Yeah.
2.5 kilos. Second attempt. Depending on this move, he could push past his best ever bench press. Taking his time setting up, still got 25 seconds left. You'll see the guys burning out the clock a little bit more with their setup, just trying to make sure things perfect, things feel as good as possible. Looking good for Alex here. Probably pushing out another 5 kilos. And that was very, very good. Again, his best bench is 150 kilos, so he'll probably be able to push out a little bit, maybe 2.5 kilos from his best ever bench.
And I know his coach, Jacob from Adaptive.
We've got Alec O'Connor, 147. So we've got quite a few 147s coming out here. Some impressive bench presses here for the boys. Dark Horse currently placed first in their team, but they do have a couple of points taken off of them for their changes, for their late changes.
Very strong press. Just looked like he misgrouped it a little bit in the middle there, but able to finish off the lift convincingly.
Yeah, you might see a few guys where things might move fast with the chest, then it slows down. As long as there's no downward motion, that is a fine lift for them to do. But you will see maybe a couple of misgrooves in there. Misgroove can be shown in different ways, whether or not, yeah, again, halfway through it slows down, or it looks like that it went off the line, the center, center of mass or anything like that. But still being able to get it out, still getting those 3 white lights. Haynes coming out with a 157.5. This is a 10 kilo jump for his bench press, which is quite a big jump. Probably going to be chasing plus 160 today for Haynes. Pressing through, sticking it out.
A little bit slower than his opener.
Yeah, but still moved
but
really
you would
well.
expect that with a 10 kilo jump.
100%. There's no sticking point from him. The speed was exactly the same. Even though it was slightly slower, it was exactly the same all the way through. Micah coming out with a 162.5 kilo bench here.
Potentially setting himself up for a 170 bench press.
Which would be really awesome to see today. Last of the second attempts today. Depending on this move will show what he's really got in the tank. Pressing through. Yeah.
Good catch from the spotters.
Did see it not touch his chest straight away.
Yeah, it was a little bit hesitant on the descent there, so he might just need to be a bit more confident. Trust that he does have that weight.
Yeah, so we'll see what he does, see what he wants to push out. Now everyone's got their third attempts coming out now. Alex Nguyen with a 127.5 kilo bench press. This is 5 kilos off his last bench. Now everything's looking good for him. Again, he's missed out on 10 kilos for his total on his squat, but if he can make up for that on this bench, pushing through. Oh, just missed out.
A bit too much today.
Yeah. Still got a 122.5. Still a good effort from Alex right there.
Next up, we've got Samuel Burberry.
Samuel Burberry again. His 270 squat, which is a very impressive squat. Coming up 5 kilo jumps, 130 kilos.
Taking his time with the setup, but he's got all the time in the world here.
As much time as you need to set up. Again, that minute might, on paper, look like not a lot of time, but it is all the time in the world for you to set up. Pressing through, nice.
Perfect attempt selection from
6 for 6, all greens so far. Ready to go, go, go. That was awesome for Sam. 3 white lights.
6 for 6. Next up, James Cooper made a 10 kilo jump from his first to second, but it did not slow him down at all. 5 kilo jump to his third here.
Let's go, James. 130 kilos. This is James' second comp. This would be 5 kilos above his best ever bench. He matched his best ever bench on his second attempt, which is a PB in yourself. Getting the start commands, holding his position, and oh wow, absolutely smoked his best bench. 125 was his previous PB, now coming up 5 kilo PB with 130 kilos and absolutely smoked it. Probably had 2.5 to 5 extra kilos in the tank, which would have been awesome. Brad Scott with a 135 kilo, just chipping it with a 2.5 kilo bench press. 2.5 kilos being the minimum amount that you can to be able to increase your previous attempt. So 7.5 kilos off his best bench. And
a bit slow on one side, but
still clean.
Still made a move.
As long as the bar doesn't move downwards, it doesn't matter if you push further on one side than the other. As long as the bar is in line and doesn't go down, it's still a clean lift. Jack Scott coming out with a 135, matching Brad Scott's bench press. Potentially unrelated.
Potentially related, though.
Might be cousins, I'm not sure. Although maybe not relative, still related on bench press. If he can get this, he can match Brad's bench. Nice controlled. Pressing through. Just stuck it out. See the refs calling the rack commands when they see that downward motion because they know that that is going to be a failed lift. Still a good effort from Jack.
And next up we've got Tyson Lamb, 145 kilos, jumping 7.5 from his second. This is only 5 kilos under his best here, so it looks like he's having quite a good day.
Did miss his first attempt, but still gained that momentum back and got up to a 240 kilo bench press.
240 kilo squat.
Sorry. That would be awesome.
That would be unreal. Give him the win right away if he's benching that. But that said, he is projected first in the 93s for today.
Yeah. Which again, like you said, the placements that these guys will get for today will stay solid. So whatever they achieve today is going to be awesome for them. Oh, no.
Good catch from the spotters there. Looked like something might have happened with his pec or his shoulder. Hopefully he is okay and nothing serious.
As long as he's able to go out for, he's finished his bench press. He's finished all he can do for his bench, but if he can go out there and able to perform a deadlift, then he should be okay. But hopefully that whatever happened there, he's able to still pull out for deadlifts. John with 150 kilos, getting a smack in the back, getting ready to push some tin.
John is having a great day. Squatted 225 for his third attempt squat.
This is 2.5 kilos below his best ever bench press, but still impressive to be able to push out really close. Pressing through.
That's a big grind. Come on.
Sticking it out. Just missed out on it.
Good catch from the spotters there.
Yeah. Just missing out from his 7.5 kilos off his best ever bench, but still able to push it out.
Spotters tightening the collars. Same weight again, 150 for Callan, opting to take a 2.5. His second attempt was a bit shaky, so this might be the right call.
So this can push him past, closing a bit of a gap between him and John. John currently placed third. Callan placed second.
Yeah, if he can make this, he was 5 kilos below John on squat, but this would put him 5 kilos above on bench press, and he will be opening deadlifts a bit heavier than John.
Whether or not this will help him catch up to Tyson, we'll see. Getting into position, taking his time. Quite shaky, but still getting that start command. And still pressing it.
Pushing through.
Oh, just missed out.
Just stuck at lockout there.
He has a lot of distance to cover from his chest to his lockout, so anything could happen between there and up all the way, but still an impressive effort.
Right, and he is still nominated second
Still
in
getting in
the weight
second place,
class.
so it's okay. Whether or not we'll see his deadlifts catch up to Tyson, we'll have to see how Tyson's pec or shoulder pulls up. Alex Street coming out with a 152 kilo bench press. Now, Alex's best bench press is
150, so he is
so this is 2.5 kilos.
That's right.
Bit of a chip, 5 kilos from his previous attempt, 2.5 kilos off his best comp bench. See if he can pull this out today. This will help him catch up a little bit. Currently placed seconds, with Micah placing first.
Yeah, currently.
Nice control. Pressing through.
Strong press.
Nice.
Beautiful work.
Nice
from
work. Sticky, wonky, but still got it up. Nice work by Alex.
He was having a great day. 6 for 6 so far.
When you can have that 6 for 6 from when you 3 for 3 on the squats, 3 for 3 on the bench press, it really helps you build momentum coming into the deadlifts. And it really maximizes, obviously, that subtotal, and then it, in fourth, will maximize that total. Alec, 152.5 kilos, matching Alex Straight.
Taking a 5 kilo jump into his third attempt. He jumps 12.5 kilos from his first to second. It's a massive jump.
Getting that start commands. Really well in holding that position. Sticking it out.
Oh, great work.
Well done.
That looked like a good lift to me. Yeah, 3 white lights.
Nice work. Moving on to Haynes. Only a 2.5 kilo jump. Potentially didn't believe he had anything more than that 160, but still 160, fair effort and good achievement there.
160 kilos is also a massive bench press regardless of body weight.
His best has been 167.5. Potentially any type of injury that might occur during training.
Yeah, potentially different weight class too.
Yeah, but still a fair effort on a 160 to be able to get it out. Currently the biggest bench in this flight. Pressing it through. There, still easy. Probably still had that 167.
Maybe, yeah. His second attempt was slow as well, but he might just be one of those lifters that lifts a bit slower.
Still, I think it was a smart decision on that 2.5 kilos just to maximize as much of the total. He did miss 10 kilos on his squat, so that obviously is going to pull him down a little bit. Currently subtotal about 400. Currently placed third in the 105s.
Micah's coming back out for 162.5. He did miss this on his second. He looked a bit hesitant bringing the bar down to his chest, so just need to see a bit more confidence here from him.
Currently, Micah is leading by a whopping 40 kilos in first place in the 105s. Alex Street being second at 642.5, but Haynes not far behind Alex with the 2.5 kilos. Pushing through.
Oh, much
clearing
better.
it out.
Cleaned up that execution really well.
Yeah, so he was able to clear out that 162.5. That really pushes him up a lot more, clears some space. Never know what's going to happen in the deadlifts. Obviously, we've got Alex Street just right behind him in second place. 40 kilos behind, but again, you never know what's going to happen during deadlifts.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more of a fight for second place here. Still trying to get as many points. I believe 6 points for first place, 5
Correct.
for second. So 5 points is still a lot to add to your team's goal.
Second place is obviously something that can really definitely help in team champs. But we'll see how Street and we've got Street and obviously Haynes comes out with the 105s. It'll be a battle between them in the deadlifts for second place. It's currently right now 2.5 kilos ahead, Alex Street, but they are opening with 240 each. So it's obviously going to be about their attempt selection. Micah really far ahead. If he can just clear out those 3 attempts and make sure that the boys don't catch up at all, he'll be fine. In the 93s, currently we have Tyson Lamb up top. He did experience a little bit of issues coming into his 3rd attempt at 145, where he wasn't able to push it out, and he did hold his arm coming out of it, so potentially a bit of injury there. Yeah. If he can actually able to pull something out with deadlifts, or if it doesn't affect his deadlifts, then he should be fine keeping up. The 2nd place currently at Callan Beater. Callan is only 10 kilos below. 10 kilos below, which that does allow him to catch up a bit. They are going to start off with 225 kilos for their first attempt. So again, it's going to be about really smart selections there with 3rd place at 580 kilos. We've got John, who is opening about 15 kilos below. But again, if their attempts aren't selected correctly, there could be some people catching up there.
That's right. And look, if either of the guys, Callan or Tyson, try to make a big pull to beat one another, James could definitely, John could definitely scoop in there and take 2nd or 1st place.
For sure. I'm moving back to the girls. We've got 10 minutes to lead into the deadlifts. Currently, we have the 63s and the 69s duking it out. In 1st place in the 63s, we have Deuce at 387.5 kilos. We have 387.5 kilos in the 63s. And then in the 63s, at 2nd place, we have India Stewart, who's only not that far behind. It's about 10 kilos. We can have to wait and see if Deuce can actually just make sure that she can keep her lead with the deadlift. She is a bit of a specialist there. But India is only 7.5 kilos behind on the 1st attempt. So we could definitely see something be able to catch up there. And in 3rd place, we have...
Caitlin. Oh, no, sorry.
Lena
Tran.
Lena
at 350. So Lena is... where's the 3rd place?
I think we only have 2... Yeah.
Sorry, Samantha Huang actually competed in the session prior. That's why we couldn't find 3rd place there. So she has a 370, which, you know what, that actually gives Lena a target to beat. Lena is currently 27.5 kilos below Deuce. That means she is 22.5 below India.
Correct.
So might be a case that she really looks to chip Sam and take 3rd place rather than trying to chip either of the 2 girls. That said, if either of the girls miss a deadlift or 2, she could scoop in and take 1st or 2nd.
Yeah, we've got 69, we've got Carly up top at 407.5 kilos in 1st place. And in 2nd place in the 69s, we've got Bernadette, which isn't that far behind, about 10 kilos. So we've got about 10 kilo chasing right here. We do have, though, Carly is 10 kilos ahead on her 1st attempt, so that could really solidify her 1st place there. But again, we never know where Bernadette can really pull out there. And in 3rd place in the 69s, we have Caitlin, who's at 390, which is 7.5 kilos below. But Caitlin is opening, again, 10 kilos below, but we never know what's going to happen. We never know what's happening until the lift begins. So we can definitely have people that are starting a lot lighter, but can make those major jumps to be able to catch up. Coming back to the deadlifts, Rebecca is opening with a 127.5 kilo deadlift. Now, this is 5 kilos above her squat, which isn't regularly common, but you might see that a few for a bit of a squat specialist where they are able to squat a lot more than what they can deadlift. She's been having an awesome day. We're going 6 for 6. Now going 7 for 9. A very clean deadlift right there. We'll see what the coaches, the refs say here. 3 white lights, perfect lift right there. 127.5. Now again, every single deadlift you see here, you're going to see some changes in the team's scoreboard. So we'll definitely keep an eye out. We'll definitely be letting you guys know where things are placing here.
We've got Bernie coming out for a 142.5 opener.
Good lift by Bernie.
From Bernie.
142.5 kilos. Awesome lift by there. Having a pretty good day. Missing out on 1 bench, but catching up with the 77.5 kilo. Missing out on 1 squat. Only 5 kilos. She can make that up on a deadlift. That'll be good. She opened 142.5 kilos on her first dead, 142.5 kilos on her first squat. So they can definitely push up her total there. Moving on to Alicia, 145 kilos for her first attempt. Again, this is our first comp coming out with the average Joes. Strong, strong, strong. Good lift there. Now, conventionals, you see they have a large range of motion there to be able to travel.
Yeah, and sometimes conventional just looks a little bit harder, but you can just grind it out a lot more.
Very similar to a closer grip on bench press where they do rely a lot more on musculature than technique, or more technical stuff. India coming out with a 147.5 kilos. Someone to keep an eye on right now. Again, chasing up after Deuce. She's probably going to have to pull out something crazy here to be able to catch up. But still not too far behind.
Comp best is 162.5. That was a
very clean
lightning fast opener.
Definitely has more in the tank to be able to catch up against Deuce.
Caitlin coming out for a 147.5 opener. She has had a great day squatting 145 and benching 97.5, heaviest bench press in the flight.
Placing 3rd place currently, just chasing just behind Bernadette.
She's got a bit of a narrower stance, more of a frog sumo.
But still clearing out that lift.
India has jumped into 160 for her second, so likely setting herself up to pull for placing depending on what Deuce does.
Yeah, you'll see here, like, even though she doesn't have the advantage of obviously lifting more, but she does have the advantage of kind of projecting for something, knowing what Deuce has lifted and then working up from there. Lena coming out with a 147.5 kilo deadlifts. Clearing it out, making it smooth.
Oh, I think she might have jumped
potentially.
The down command there.
See what the refs say. Yeah, just missing out. I think she missed the down command, but it was just not for strength. It was just because she might have fell out of place, slipped out of the bar or something like that. So we'll see if she does make a jump from there.
And like we said, she's likely going to be chasing Sammy's total from session 1. So she can play it a little bit more conservative and doesn't have to take massive jumps to catch up to the other girls. Now Deuce coming out for a 155.
Now she is a very good deadlifter. Her best deadlift in comp is 182.5 kilos. Look, from her first attempt selection, you probably might assume that she might go for 182 again, or maybe 185, 180, you don't know. But we'll see how this deadlift moves. She's got very long arms. She's got a bit rounded back position. Bit shaky, but still moved it. Still got those 3 white lights.
A little bit slower for an opener, but Deuce can grind through some pretty full-on deadlifts.
For sure.
So I wouldn't read into that too much.
Yeah, so
we've got Bernadette coming out for 157.5. She's currently projected 3rd, but is only 10 kilos behind 1st place.
Still has room to catch up.
And only 2.5 behind second. Oh, easy opener. She's got a lot more to give.
Left. So she's got a lot more to give. Caitlin coming in second right now, but Bernadette definitely catching up here. This is where, again, guys, if you look at the TSF Team Champs leaderboard, you're going to see quite a few changes. Dark Horse was placed up top in first in the Challenger bracket, but currently we have Strength Fortress moving up in first place. Defy Coaching just in this second moved up to second place with 12 points. Dark Horse 11 and 11 points at third, and then the Strength Syndicate fourth place with 11 points. If the teams do match their points, they will go by GL points. Pushing through, Carly with her opener at 167.5. Very clean.
So I believe if they match on points, they will then go by number of medals. First, the team with the most golds would be...
And then it will go by, yeah, my mistake, yeah.
Well.
So go by the number of first places, so...
Yeah. So as the coaches, there's actually a lot to think about when you're making your attempt selection as well. It's not just a case of who has the most points. Well, if you tie on points, you then have to think about medals and GL too.
Yeah.
So I'm sure everyone's got their little spreadsheets at the back.
Not just chasing PBs there. Rebecca Nguyen coming back for a second deadlift at 135 kilos. Now, Rebecca has gone for a really good day today. She's already got her majority of lifts. Needs to pull this out. Needs to see if she can go for that 9 for 9. 9 for 9 is an important thing to achieve because that will maximize the total as best as you possibly can. Pushes it out, clears it out really, really easily. Well done to Rebecca. Rebecca's currently placed 6th place in these 69s, with Alicia chasing behind, just in front of her. Bernie Yap at 4th, Caitlin at 3rd. Then we have Bernadette and Carly 2nd and 1st. So you'll be looking out for Bernadette and Carly right now because they are just shy behind each other. Alicia, for her second attempt, will be going for a 152 kilo deadlift. Sticking it out, very
shaky, but she's got to pass the knees.
Yeah. So you can obviously see that her hardest point is from the bottom because the lockout did look quite smooth, but from the floor up to about just her knees, bit shaky, bit sticky. So definitely keeping an eye out for that.
And that is something you won't normally see with a longer limbed lifter. With a bit more straight back, quite high hit position. It's going to be hard getting it past the knees, but once they do, it will be done.
100%. Lena Tran coming out. She did miss her first deadlift. She is going to go for a 7.5 kilo jump to 155. First deadlift wasn't on strength. It was just a technicality of going down too fast. She stuck it out. She's going to hold it and wait for the down command now.
Yeah,
so she's able to get and clear that out. 3 right lights. She's still in the game. Again, if anyone here misses 3 lifts in a row in either squat, deadlift, or bench press, that's where you will see disqualification. So if someone does miss their first, it does put them at a massive disadvantage.
Lena currently at 357.5. She would need another 12.5 kilos to match Samantha.
Currently, Defy
and would win on body weight.
Defy Coaching is at top place at 18 points. Bernie Yap coming out with a 155 kilo deadlift. Looking very clean. Bit of a shrug at the end, which will put her a little bit of a disadvantage by increasing the range of motion, but still cleared it out very well.
Yeah, and so Lena has opted to take a 12.5 kilo jump to match Sammy on total, but win on body weight. That would secure 3rd place.
Yeah, so again, people will be chasing the podium or the placement to be able to push their team up.
We've got Caitlin on the platform, 157.5.
Currently placed 3rd. She is chasing just behind Bernadette. Pushing it out, sticking at it, bit hard, but was able to push it out and get that lift.
Yeah, it was a bit slow, but it was smooth throughout the whole lift. There was no noticeable sticking point.
Yeah, so she has just totaled 400 kilos. So she's being pushed to second place currently. So Bernadette is just being pushed behind her.
We've got India Stewart up next, 160. This is 2.5 kilos under her best, I believe. Yep, 2.5 kilos under. Likely going to set herself up so she can see what Deuce does and what she needs to match.
This will push her up to a 385 kilo total.
Super easy.
Nice, which would just be, now she is 2.5 kilos just behind Deuce. Deuce is at a 387.5. She is projecting, she is projecting for a 400 kilo total with the 167.5 kilo deadlift, which she's doing next.
Yep.
Now, after this, we'll definitely see how much she really has left in the tank with Deuce, because India did have a lot left in the tank on that 160. So we will be seeing whether or not that she chases after it. So we'll see what Deuce does here.
And important to note, India does have the body weight advantage.
Yeah, so if she does match the total, that does put her up. Deuce up with the 167.5 kilo deadlift here.
She's a bit more fired up here than she was for her first. Looks like she's had a bit of ammonia. Fighting through it.
Sticky but good. She pushes it out, which does put her back up to first place, and it clears her spot.
Like we said, Deuce can grind through some hard deadlifts. So now it's just about picking what she thinks she can hit, but doesn't think India can match.
Yeah, so we do have the opportunity, coaches do have the opportunity to change their attempts twice, I believe, in the third attempt. So correct. Whether Deuce puts something up where it does make it impossible for India to catch up, then change it afterwards, that's where the advantage she has. Now, Bernadette's coming out with 167.5 kilo deadlift. She pushes it out and she matches Carly's total now if she clears this out. Yes, clears it out, so she matches it. So right now, Bernadette does have...
She also has body weight advantage.
Body weight advantage,
Carly,
yeah.
So she's technically, is that correct? Yes, that is. Yeah, so she's technically in first place on the body weight.
But we have to see if Carly does get this 10 kilos above her. So Bernadette is going to go for 177, so that's 10 kilos above. But Carly is going for 177 right now. So she has this, then she has an opportunity to beat Bernadette after that. Carly needs to push this out to be able to clear her spot back into first place. Pushes it out.
She's definitely got a bit in the tank there.
She's got her extended position, which will make it a lot harder off the floor, but as soon as she breaks the floor, the lockout is clean there. That is back to first place for Carly. She is at now 417.5 kilo on her total. Bernadette's going to try and match that on her next attempt, and then whatever Carly pushes out there will either beat her or it will put Bernadette up to first place.
So this is where it starts to get really exciting. Into the third attempt deadlifts now. People are going to be jostling for position. We might see some last-minute attempt changes as well from coaches trying to throw each other off.
So currently we have Defy Coaching in first at 18 points, Strength Fortress at second place with 13 points, Dark Horse Powerlifting at third place with 11 points, and Groove Lifting has now caught up to fourth place with another 11 points. So now we've got Rebecca Newen coming out with 145 kilos. Looking absolutely deranged for her third attempt with 145 kilos. And she clears it out. Now, I love seeing a 9 for 9. 9 for 9 is what you must achieve every comp. That will maximize your total and that will put you up there. That was a really, really fair effort from Rebecca right there. She's definitely allowed, given points to the team. Next up, Alicia, 157.5 kilos.
Second attempt was a little bit hard. She's opted to go up 5 kilos here.
If successful, allows her to stay in that sixth place right there.
She's having an absolute ripper of a day for a first competition.
Yeah, very well done by Alicia. Clearing this out. Giving the thumbs up to her coach, pushes it out, sticks with it.
Fighting through it.
Well done.
That was better than a second attempt. Fantastic
9
work
for
from
9.
Alicia.
Absolutely loving it by Coach Brad Scott over there.
You really can't ask for more at your first competition. 9 for 9 day at Team Champs.
Caitlin coming out now with 162.5 kilos, going above her last deadlift with 5 kilos, so that will put up to 405 and third place in the 69 kilo class. So that would just put her just behind Bernadette by 2.5 kilos.
Yeah. Not looking to push for position, they're just going to stick with third.
Hey, third place still puts points on the team more than what fourth and fifth does. So it's still a good thing to do. If she reckons that she can't pull out that 407 for her attempt, why push it? 405, will she clear this out with her 162.5 kilo deadlift? Pushes it out, sticks with it.
Fighting through it. Struggling. That's it.
Yeah,
well done.
I think that was a very good choice. If she went for that 165, yes, she probably could have matched Bernadette, but right now Bernadette does have a body weight advantage regardless. So even if she did match it, it wouldn't have given her anything. So having that 405 does put her and keep her in that third place.
And if she did miss, that would have opened up the door a little bit easier for Bernie to scrape through. She's currently on 397.5. Would have been easier if Caitlin had missed it there. So Lena Tran is looking to take third place in the 63s. Taking it off of Sam, who competed in session 1.
Making a large jump here. So if she gets this, she pushes up to third place and she puts points for the team. Pushes it out, sticks with it, sticks with it, sticks with it. Come on, Lena.
Oh, what a fight.
It's successful, third place. Oh, just misses out.
I believe that might have been hitching or ramping there.
That is still a fantastic effort to be able to even get it off the ground.
Had a great
and
day.
Even to lock out is still an impressive feat. I think that right now in this competition, you're going to see people that are going to try and push past their limits to be able to achieve things that they didn't think that they could achieve. So for Lena to be able to come out there and try and push for third place, it was a bloody good effort there.
And that's one of the best things about Team Champs here is it's not nationals, but it is a competition where you do get to fight for your placing, and it does have a big impact on your team.
We have Bernie coming out with 167 kilos, 167.5. This pushes her to 397.5 kilo total.
She's going to maintain fourth place with this.
Still puts points on the team. That is 2 points for fourth place here for Strength Fortress, who are currently in second place. Pushes it out. Didn't have it today. There was a little bit of downward motion at the start, so even if she could try and lock it out, she might not have given it. The rest might have given her some reds, but she still pushed out a fair effort.
All right, next up we have India Stewart jumping
10 kilos, 170 kilos. This pushes her to 395 kilos, which Constance currently is at 405.
So it looks like she's just aiming to maintain placing here, secure the 170.
Yeah. This is still a good effort by India, and it still gives points to Stoic Sisters, which are currently placed 6 at 8 points. Let's go, India. Come on.
Fantastic work.
Had probably a few more kilos left in the tank.
Maybe had the 5 that could have bumped her up and
could have chased Deuce.
But that was definitely a safer call. Great work from India and great work from her coach. Next up, we got Deuce. You could see out the back, you'd see her get it fired up right now.
172.5 kilos, which is 10 kilos of her best deadlift, but still 170 plus for a 63 kilo is awesome lift for them to do. So she's going to get fired up. She's going to try and chase that 405 kilos. Deuce is getting ready. She's getting fired up. She's had a bloody fantastic day. Let's cap it off. Pushes it out, sticks with it, sticks with it, grinds it out.
Pushing through. Oh, just slipped out of her hands there.
That still gives her the first place for the 63 kilos. Well done, Dusa. So that keeps points for groove lifting, and they stay in 4th place. If they can hold on to that placement, that will put them up to the Premier bracket for next
so
year.
Top 4 from the Challengers bracket will move up to the Premiers. Bottom 4 from the Premiers will drop back down to the Challengers.
Yeah, so I think that in itself, it's a really good achievement for groove lifting to come out there and place 4th place here. But that still leaves Defy, Strength Fortress, Dark Horse, and Groove in that order. Defy is quite a few points up with 18 points, and coming in second, 13 points.
And we've got 2 final deadlifts here. Bernadette coming out for a 175 kilo deadlift. This will put her total at 415, just deciding to match, to
keep
secure
that
second place. Yeah. Just stick with that rather than try and chip Carly.
Yeah, Carly currently at 417.5 kilos. Pushes it out.
Yeah, fantastic deadlift. 3 red plates, big milestone lift. 3 white lights as well.
Well done.
Great
lifting. Yeah, good stuff. Could have potentially chipped out that 2.5 kilos on the 177.5. Again, Bernadette is on that bodyweight advantage against Carly. So if she did get that lift, she would have pushed Carly to be able to have to push to a 190, which may not have been achieved right now. But depending on this 187 moves to Carly, might show whether or not she had 190 kilos today. So right now, Carly is solidified in first place. However, if this can help her push some kilos for the team, it'll definitely put them at an advantage. Sticks with it, brace off the ground, and locks it.
With more in the tank for sure.
Very good. Could have got that 190.
Incredible work from Carly
even if Bernadette
today.
could have got that 417.5 kilos, it probably would have pushed Carly to do that 190, but still probably could have got it. Still probably could have beaten Bernadette. But that was a fair effort from the girls there. We have in the 63s, Dusa up top with 400 kilo total. We have in second place India Stewart with a 395 kilos, only shy 5 kilos off.
And in third place there's Sammy from session 1. And then the under 69s, we've got Carly in first, Bernadette in second, and third place secured by Caitlin.
Correct. Now we have Jack Scott coming out with 180 kilos. Had a fantastic day today. Only shy missed off 5 kilos on his bench. Clearing it out nice and easy. Again, you're going to see on the scoreboard after these first attempts, these guys are going to solidify their totals, and that will change the placement on the teams. If you keep an eye out, currently you're going to see Defy Coaching, Strength Fortress, Dark Horse Powerlifting, and Group Lifting in that order, but you will see some changes after this.
All right, next up we've got Alex Nguyen, 185 kilos on the bar. We've seen him take some pretty big jumps between squats, so we might see some big jumps into the 200s here. Yeah, easy work.
And you do see a lot larger jumps coming in for deadlifts because the guys are able to push out a lot more. They want to hold as much, they don't want to bring up any fatigue coming in for the first attempt, so they will do things that they can rep out quite easily. It becomes more convincing in the long run, and it helps them build that momentum coming into the second and into the third.
Next up, we've got James Cooper opening up at 200.
First 200 for the boys. Only 22.5 kilos off his best ever deadlift. Whether or not we see him pull out a 220 afterwards, again, 20 kilo jumps off deadlifts isn't ridiculous. It's something that's very common for the guys. Coming in with a hook grip.
Hook grip conventional.
That's quite interesting.
You don't see that as
many.
Often. Ah, very nice.
You probably only see recently Will Warden pull out a hook grip on his conventionals.
Yeah, or the only other person I can think of is maybe Rondell Hunt.
Ah, for sure.
Yeah,
but who cares about him, right?
That's right. Right, next up, we've got John coming out for a 2:10. And now from memory, John is in a bit of a tighter battle for the 93s, looking to potentially chip Callan into second, or maybe even Tyson in first. It's a pretty tight-knit
Pretty tight, so they're going to make some decisions in the third. So I think that it's smart enough to just keep it first and second. Nice and clear, nice and easy. Get those green lights, pushes it out. And then when it gets to the thirds, that's when you can make the smarter decisions, make those changes, and then you can put some pressure on the other guys. So then a mistake might slip up. They might try and push something that they can't push, and that's when they can clear it out.
We've got Alex O'Connor coming up next, 215 kilos. Easy first attempt here.
Yeah, beautiful. That's what you need for the first attempts, really. Like, you don't need to be pushing out anything crazy. If you do see someone push out something that's hard, they mess themselves up. They've lost momentum. They've lost their ability to be able to push out anymore, and they can't really clear out for their second and their third. Currently, we have Nexus that pushed up to third place. They've pushed Groove down to fifth, and they've pushed Dark Horse down to fourth. So we're going to see Nexus chop and change a little bit, because I think we've got a couple of Nexus guys on this.
In the next session, we do.
Yes, okay, there you go.
Yep.
So that's going to make large changes there. We've got Callum with a 225 kilo bench press, so deadlift. Again, a 225 kilo bench press would be quite impressive. Pushes it there.
Easy work.
Clean. That's what you need. That's what you need.
And very similar to his squat, to his bench press, sorry, I have seen Callan grind out some hard deadlifts.
He does look like he can grind.
Interesting to see where he ends up there. I believe his best is 250. Yeah, 250, that's right.
250 is a good attempt.
We've got Tyson Lamb up next. He did have some issues with his pec on his third bench press, so we'll see if that impacts him here at all today.
Yeah, like a lot of the time it doesn't, but you just don't know what the guy's feeling out there. Sometimes whether or not it's a pec or something like that, I've definitely felt some pec things. Well, he's definitely not feeling anything out there.
He's not feeling anything there.
He's only missed out on 7.5 kilos.
Mildly, one red for slamming the bar.
Oh, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay.
He's still got 2 whites. He's on the board.
Needs to take a breather, needs to calm down a little bit, but if we can make sure that he doesn't do that again, I'm sure he'll be fine.
All right, Samuel Burberry next. Massive squat of 270 kilos. I believe benched 125. Sorry, 130.
And he
opening up at 232.
270 kilos, but he is opening 7.5 kilos below his squat, which isn't a common thing for a lot of people, but you might see some people who just are better at squatting. They're stronger or they're more leveraged, and their deadlifts just doesn't catch up for them.
And sometimes you see that with the heavier weight classes in particular too. The bigger quads, bigger thighs can push that bar further away from you in a deadlift and make it harder as well.
Yeah.
Whereas it would, of course, benefit you in the squat.
And it's very common for a lot of conventional deadlifters where they squat really well, and then you see them do a conventional deadlift. It is quite common for those guys to pull that back a little bit.
That's right. All right, we've got Brad Scott next, opening up at 235. Brad has been having a great day. 6 for 6 so far. We've got a lot of 6 for 6s here.
Yeah.
Great attempt selection from all the coaches today.
That's what you want to see. You don't want to see reds. You don't need them. Like, you don't need to be chasing things that are unachievable. If you can just do things that are achievable, it really maximizes your total. That was really good by Brad.
Textbook conventional deadlift there.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, and you can already see on the board that we're starting to see some big jumps, 15 kilo jumps, 20 kilo jumps.
So we've got a bit of a change in the teams. Coming in first, the flight coaching has solidified their spot quite well. You'll see second, third, fourth, and fifth change a lot. Dark Horse in second now, adaptive strength coaching in third, Strength Fortress in fourth, and groove lifting in fifth. Then we've got Alex Street. Did he change his soft suit?
He did change his soft suit. He's brought out the Grimace Fit for deadlifts. He told me earlier he was saving the best for last.
Yeah, he's bringing that Grimace strength out here, man. Yeah, clears it out. Nice and strong.
Lovely work. Now, I do know Jacob wants to push and be quite competitive in the Challengers bracket. He said that in his podcast with JP, that he wants to push into the Premiers. Yeah. So I think we will see some jostling for position from him. Obviously, he had Bernadette finish up in second place, which would have secured a bunch of points, and they're currently sitting in third place.
Yeah, so that's pushed them up. So again, if they are in top 4, that allows them to be promoted to the Premier bracket next year. So if he can hold on to this third, if not 4th place, then he's done what he needed to do to achieve the goals that he wanted to have. So now we have Hainsey coming up with a 240, matching Alex Street.
I did see Haynes pull a very easy 250 as his last deadlift of prep, I do believe.
Pushes it out.
Yeah, as you'd expect, easy work.
It. Still puts Alex Street up by 2.5 kilos. However, it's not. He is not too far behind there. Last up, we have Micah. And Micah's basically, if he gets this, basically cleared out the 105s. He has a 682.5 kilo forecasted total. He's opening with 260, which is 20 kilos ahead the other 2 boys in the 105.
Yeah, so Micah's definitely leading the charge with the 105s at the moment, with Streety and Haynes close together behind second.
Easily clears that 260. He's put himself ahead, and all they need to do is just hold on against the other 2 boys, Hainsey and Alex Street. Alex Street is going to go for a 257.5 kilo deadlift next, but Hainsey is just going to chip him above with a 260, which again, Hainsey was only 2.5 kilos behind.
And Haynes has the bodyweight advantage,
he has the bodyweight advantage.
Put him in second place.
For sure. Coming back to our second attempts, Jack Scott, 200 kilos. Again, guys, keep an eye on the Team Champs leaderboard. Things are changing. Adaptive strength coaching has now been pushed up to 1st place. Now, this is what he's chasing. He's not just trying to be promoted. Jacob is trying to win today. And if he can, that'll be a good achievement for a first-time team. Defy coaching.
And there you go, shifted around already again. Defy shifted back into first, adaptive on second.
It is changing constantly. And it's not even just about what the team that's on top is doing currently. It's about what other teams are doing to push other people off podium spaces.
That's right. And you could be looking ahead at the team above you, trying to chip them, trying to take move 1 place up. And if you miss that attempt, the teams below you could swoop in and take your position.
Again, guys, this is Team Champs, not I Champs. You need to make sure you're playing as a team. Do not chase PBs, chase medals. Next up, we have Alex Nguyen, 205 kilos on his second attempt. Now, this is 20 kilos.
Yeah, so we're seeing these really big jumps between attempts come out on the deadlifts here.
Conserve your energy, guys.
Particularly when you're fighting for position and placing, the second is really just to put you in position to pull whatever you need to place as high as possible.
For sure. That was a good lift by him. You could definitely see a 10, 15 kilo coming out of it, but we'll have to wait and see. Definitely warmed up after that one. Coming up next, James Cooper. He's got 15 kilos above his second at 215. He's been doing really well today. He's absolutely smashed it. He's only missed 1 lift, which was his 3rd squat.
This will place him at 10 kilos below his best deadlift, so putting him in position to chip. Now, I do believe he's shifted over from APL, so will obviously be getting taxed by the stiff bar, no longer being on the deadlift bar.
Yeah, the deadlift bar, obviously a lot more whippy. It's a lot less energy consuming because of how easy it is to break the ground. Pulling out his hook grip. Nice work to Captain Hook right there. 15 kilos above. He's pushed himself up there. Still tracking along well. Next up, we have John. Missing out on his 150 bench. Definitely can catch up with these deadlifts here. Still placing 3rd place in the 93 kilo class.
Yeah, currently trailing behind projected 20 kilos below Callum. So might be a bit tough for him to make up that gap, but he could be looking to just hold on to 3rd place and secure those points. Again, whatever points they secure today does not get affected by the lifts that happen tomorrow.
Yeah. But Alec O'Connor is trying to catch up against him. He's trying to place in that third place because, again, guys, you do get larger amount of points in third place than you do fourth place. So if guys are not really going to be placing first or second but can place that third and they can try and fight against whoever's in fourth place, they will try and do so.
Yeah. Alex O'Connor is a little bit heavier than John, though, so on the final deadlift, he is going to need to chip it a bit. John putting in what I can only assume would be a placeholder of 300. Look, if he jumps 77.5 kilos, I will be impressed and very happy for him. But
it'll be a really cool day if he does that, but hopefully they make the change when they need to. But again, even though it is an obvious fake attempt, what's he going to put in after that? You do not know, because that lift was pretty decent.
Yeah, look, his coach is out there now, just watching to see how Alec does.
Yeah. Good attempt by Alec there. Now again, John does have any chance to change it as long as he changes it in time. He's not going time limit unless he puts it down too late, or if someone does, if he's trying to do a 230 deadlift or anything like that, someone does a 235 too late.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
So you need to make sure you do it just before the person that's going to do the most on the deadlift, or more than what you're trying to do in that third attempt.
All right, got Callan Beaton coming out for a 245. This is 5 kilos under his best.
So he's probably going to be chasing plus 250 here. Callan is placed second here, so he's forecasted with a third, depending on what. That was very good by Callan, so that's kept him in second place, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, the placings are being thrown off by John with that 300 kilo placeholder.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Chunks and I are actually going to have to do maths to figure this out. Not our strong suits.
What's the square root of 74 again? I don't know. All right, Tyson.
We've got Tyson Lamb. He was a little bit aggressive dropping the bar on his opener, but he did get it on the board. 245, 20 kilo jump.
Adaptive is placed second against the fight in first place. That
Very
was a
smooth
good lift by
attempt.
Tyson.
So again, he is still projected first place if we ignore that 300 kilo placeholder with Callan.
Tyson's best deadlift is 265, so we'll see how he goes. Maybe try and push it against that. Maybe try and chip it.
Callan is looking to chip that chip it by 2.5. He does have body weight advantage, so he actually only needs to match 622.5.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Sam, 247.5 kilos. Again, with that monstrous 270 kilo squat, that did put him at a good advantage there. He's currently placed fourth in the 105s. Just trying to chase Haynes. Pushed it out.
Yeah, very convincing second attempt there.
So that put him at 232.5, 632.5. That's 7.5 kilo currently against Haynes. One red light, but still got those two white, which does clear him for that lift right there.
Next up, we've got Brad Scott. Now, he's at 625 in fifth. He's projected at 625 in fifth place. But it could be a case of he might jump 22.5 to Chip Tyson.
If he needs to, he probably will. So we'll see how this 255 moves. It will give us a good indication of how things are going to move for him on his third attempt. Yeah, that is a very good lift by him there. Still has quite a few kilos in the tank. I wouldn't say he has plus 20 kilos in the tank, but he still definitely has something more in the tank there. 257.5 kilos for Alex Street, currently placed in third place with 660 kilos projected on his forecasted total. But if Haynes does get the next lift, he does match him again. Hayes does have the body weight advantage here, so all he does need to do is match it. See how fast this moves for Alex.
Yeah, he's looking a little bit more fired up here than his first attempt. He knows what this means. He needs to set himself up well for his third attempt.
But when you are under that pressure, things can happen. But we love pressure here. Push it out.
Oh,
yes, he has 470 kilos left in the tank right there. We're going to love to see what he pulls out there.
Now that was a 2.5 kilo comp PR.
That is fantastic right
quick
there.
as well. Looks good for plenty more. So
he has more.
His coach is going to wait and see. They're going to see how Haynes moves this 260, and then they're going to load what they think Haynes can't. And then put in 277.5, extra 20 kilos. I'll be honest, I think he's good for it.
Hayes gets this. He will match Alex's total right here with 660 with the body weight advantage, which would put him up to second place. Again, the boys are chasing second place here. First place has been cleared by Micah. See how fast this moves. Pushes it out. Oh, feed me more. That was good by Haynes. We have no clue what they have left in the tank. Both the boys move just as fast as each other, but this isn't a sprint. You don't get extra points for moving the weight faster. You get points for making the weight move. Micah, 282.5 kilos.
This will put him at a 705 kilo total.
700 plus is an impressive total. Haynes has just put down a 280 kilo deadlift with Alex being 277. So Haynes is just trying to match him. He's making Alex chase it, maybe trying to make him chip something that he can't achieve. And he does have the advantage here, Haynes. After Alex either gets it, misses, whatever he puts, they can make the change afterwards to make sure that they clear that out. Now we'll see whether or not Micah is able to push out that 282.5. Could even clear out a 300 if it moves fast enough.
Oh, I think he might.
Man, he might.
He might.
He might.
Yeah, beautiful work from Micah there.
700 plus kilos is an awesome total. He's cleared out the first place. Good effort by Micah right there. Moving on to the thirds. Keep an eye out for the teams, guys. Defy in first place with 18 points. Adaptive Strength Coaching with 16 points in second place. Their Strength Syndicate with 14 points in third place. And Dids has now put up to fourth place, pushing Dark Horse, Strength Fortress, and Groove Lifting down. We have our third attempts, guys. This is where the changes will be made last minute. This is where the ammonia will be smelt.
The backs will be slapped.
Oh, the walls will be ran through. Alex Nguyen with a 210 kilo, 5 kilos above his last one. Pushes it out, clears it.
Beautiful work
well done to Alex. Good effort there, mate. Keeps him in that fifth place. Jack Scott, 15 kilos above his last attempt, has had a whopper of a day. First comp, I believe. Yeah, first comp. Great comp.
Looking to total 550 in his first competition here. That does put him over the 1,000-pound mark as well, which is a nice milestone. Fantastic work in his first competition. Sorry, of course it does. The 1,000-pound mark is 455. Terrible maths.
According to my calculations. Jack Scott getting G'd up here. Bars loaded for Jacko.
All right, let's go, Jack. Jack has had an awesome day. If he gets this, this will be 8 for 9. Fantastic day on the first.
8 for 9 is a good day. Oh, good work by Jacko. 215 kilos. Good effort.
Great work. Kilos to spare. I think we're seeing some attempt changes come through as well.
We see some commotion happen with the coaches.
Hovering around the tech desk.
Now
They're probably going to have some spares in their hand, in their pockets, pretending like they're not going to run over and change it. I've seen it before. I felt it before. I felt my heart pumping, waiting to see an attempt be made, waiting for an attempt to be changed.
Yeah, Streety has bumped his attempt up to 280, which would put him above Haynes. We've got 227.5 coming up for James Cooper. 500 pounds, big milestone. This will chip his best by 2.5 kilos.
Teeing up the crowd. Let's go, Jimbo.
James out of Nexus. Let's go, James.
Fantastic day for Nexus today. Pushes it out.
Oh,
nice
awesome
work. Fantastic work by James right there. Now we have John. Next up, 237.5 kilos. Currently placed third in the 93s. Yeah.
This will put him at 607.5.
This will push him up there. Bar's loaded for John. Pushes it out.
Gets caught on the knees.
Sticks it, and misses. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Still a great attempt.
Good effort.
Looks like he's lost balance, maybe a bit lightheaded there.
Yeah, good effort for him.
Great work from John.
Currently,
all right, we got Tyson Lamb next.
Stay in first place currently.
Looking to stay in first place with 255 deadlift.
Yeah, if he gets this, it really clears him for first place because then Callum needs to really catch up. If he misses this, it gives Callum the opportunity to really chip that total. Callum does have the bodyweight advantage, so he can change it 2.5 kilos below because he can match Tyson's 255. Potentially why he chose the 257 to just push him up in the attempt. And then after Tyson gets this, if he misses it, it still gives Callum the opportunity to bump it down to 255. Let's go, Tyson. 255 kilos. If successful, will stay in first place.
Yeah, securing his position, bridging, making that gap even bigger between him and the other boys. Fighting through it, fighting through it. Come on, stick with it, stick with it.
And sticks it.
Beautiful work.
And
we get, I can see two thumbs up.
Two
that
thumbs
is a good
up
lift.
Yeah, there we go. He's got enough white lights to pass that.
So that puts him at 632.5.
Right now, Callum's going to go for the 257, I believe. Don't think he's got enough in the kilo, enough in the tank to be able to push past that.
He's pushed his attempt up to 265. There's been an attempt change from
265.
That will bring him up
20 kilo. That will match Tyson's total. And again, Callan has the bodyweight advantage here. If he gets that,
then he takes first place in the 93s.
Right now, Callan does have second place solidified. So I do believe they are just going to shoot it for the first. If it is successful, he will be in first place. But if he does miss it, he still solidifies that second place. Again, Team Champs is about pushing your limits here.
If you can push past your limits, you will achieve the glory. Callan pushed to 265, so it'll be Sam Burberry next with a 266, 260.
Just some technical difficulties on the board. Doesn't seem to be updating properly right now. We will have Samuel Burberry up next for 260.
260, which will push him to a
followed by
660.
Alec O'Connor for 260, who is trying to chip into third place and beats
John. Yeah, John at 592. All right.
Alex O'Connor does have the option to only go up by 2.5, and he would take third place, but at the moment he is choosing to go up 20.
Go for that 260. So let's see how he goes. So he's 10 kilos off his squat today, but still a very, very good deadlift here.
Yeah, Samuel Burberry securing fourth place here with a 260. Still winning points for the team.
Pushes him up. Yes.
Fighting through it.
Oh, just misses out.
Just caught on the thighs there.
Tried to move up to that second place, but just missed out. That is fine, though. Still a good effort.
Okay, we've got Alec O'Connor next.
Alec currently in second place. No, my mistake, in fourth place.
Looking to bump up to third.
Trying to push to that third place.
He can't, he can't pull his attempts down. That's why he hasn't. He has been forced to take the 260. He only would have needed 242.5 to take third place. But we've got a rising bar. You can't move down once you're in position. So
he's going to have to push this out.
He's going to have to fire up.
This is where we talk about the pressure, guys. The pressure of team chance. Pushes it out.
Fighting through
Glutes it up. Oh, well done, Alec.
He was good for it. He didn't need to drop down.
Place for Alec with 260 kilos.
So that is
612.5 kilo total.
So that is securing third place. That's going to bump. That's going to give Dark Horse a couple extra points there.
That is awesome.
Fantastic work.
Waiting for the refresh. Pushes Dark Horse to third place. 14 points.
That pushes Didier down out of the top four. However, he still does have Callan to go.
Yes,
if Callan is successful with his 265, he will move into first place.
Pushing out. If he gets this first place, this is where we play a team sport here, guys. You push past your limits to achieve greatness for your team.
Callan is fired up and ready to go. 265 on the bar.
If he pushes this, he will push to first place. Grind it! Grind it! Grind it! Grind it!
Stick with it! That's it!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Pushes Tyson Lamb out of first place.
First place for Callan.
Secures first for Didier Vasuki.
Pushes dits up.
Unreal work from Callan.
Well done.
That is I think 15 kilo total PR.
Oh, well done. That was fantastic. Pushes Callan up to first place in the 93 kilo class. And it pushed Tyson down to second place. Tyson just got out that bench press. If he was feeling healthy,
great coaching and great attempt selection from Didier there. Exactly what he needed.
Brad Scott coming out with a 265. Trying to get a 635 kilo total. Had a fantastic day today. Pushes it out.
Fighting for it.
Oh, good work. Oh, no.
Just couldn't quite lock it out.
Just slipped out of the hands. Missed out on that 10 kilos. Still a fair effort. 3 lifts to spare. Alex Street and Haynes pushing it out for that second place. Currently trying to chip each other, but Hainsey is just trying to match the total. So whatever Alex Street pushes out here, Hainsey can just match the total to solidify his place in second place here.
If Streety can hit this, Haynes is going to have to pull a big 282.5 to secure second place.
It seems like Alex is going to stay with the 280.
Bar's loaded, they can't go down now.
Yeah, they can't go down. 22 kilos above. If he pushes this out,
let's go, Streety.
Hainsey's going to have to get the 282.5. It's going to put some pressure on Hainsey here. He needs this for his team. If he gets this, he brings out the pressure.
If he gets this, it brings Adaptive back up into 4th place, potentially securing them the premier position next year.
Currently in 5th place. They need this. They need to place top 4.
Let's go, Streety.
He needs this. He needs this. And
easy work.
He's got it.
In the tank.
Alex Street, 280 kilos.
That is a 20-kilo compere.
Pushes him up to second place.
25-kilo
25 kilos. Second place for Alex. Now Haynes needs to match this. If he doesn't, he pushes his team down to 3rd place. 5th. Keep Hainsey in 3rd place. If he gets this, he gets back up to 2nd place. Haynes needs this for his team. 282.5 kilos. Pulling for seconds. Pushes it out. Sticks with it. Sticks with it. Downward motion.
Just a little bit too much.
Fantastic for his team.
Fantastic work. Still secured awesome. 3rd place. Still securing points for the Strength Syndicate.
Gets the points.
Adaptive does jump up to 3rd place. Dark Horse down to 4. Didier on 2nd, and Defy still sitting in 1st. Micah has secured his position already. Now he's just having a bit of fun. Loaded 295.
717.5 kilo total.
Unreal total.
Awesome total. This is 20 kilos above his best comp total.
Unreal. I do believe he's moved up a weight class since his last competition.
Micah pushes it out. Sticks it up. Locks it out.
Very nice.
Fantastic effort by
kilos.
Micah.
Let's see what the refs say.
Well done, well done.
Fantastic work from Micah today.
That was an awesome work by Micah. Such an exciting day today, guys. Thank you for being with us, me and Charlie. Top 4 place, Defy coaching, Didier Fisura's coaching, Adaptive Strength coaching, and Dark Horse. Still have another session to come out. Anything can happen in these next few sessions, guys. It's been real. It's been Daniel, Chunky Boy Prime.
And this is Charles. I got no nicknames. That's it.